we angle so there's less space on the far left chair?
Yeah, I'll zoom out when more people get here. Just with you two.
Austin.
Open hat.
I'm gonna get this just in case. We start off as Austin and Nick. Austin and Nick.
7 and third.
There's like, it feels like there's a heater on and a air conditioner on. I don't think we need anything.
Peanuts shouldn't be on the ground. Peanuts should be in the cake.
In case we want a poster.
Oh, I don't have my autograph one because I
okay.
guess I put that with your.
Yeah, that's fine. I grabbed this just for fun.
Got my badge.
Putting this awkwardly between the bird's legs.
Got my books, my badge, my Hobbit hole.
It's actually okay, I didn't post the picture on Twitter because Twitter you can't see the picture unless you click anyone.
What picture was it?
I took it of the setup over here. I brought Frankenweenie over.
Yeah, we got a poster here.
Yeah, I just unplugged that. I might have unplugged that.
Wait, does this mean I have to sit next to Beep again?
Beep's going here or there? Or Royd is going here or there?
Last time Beep was here.
I have no idea. Who knows where I'm gonna sit? Dude, it's almost cold over here. I might get my sweater.
I know.
No, you'll
I'm freezing. Bye bye.
It's like the exhaustion is coming back.
Oh, me too. I just want to sit here. I kind of have to pee, but I'm not going to. Because it's too far and it's too short of a time.
Now's the
Balls
time.
are heavy.
It's not enough time though, right? Aren't we about to start?
You can go. You have time right
Oh.
now.
Sweet.
Don't
There's
rush.
one under the stairs right here.
Eat it? Apparently we're live audio right now.
like, I don't know. I mean, like, we look enough like Cliff and Justin.
I think
anyone's
so.
Really gonna care.
I mean, you look a lot like Justin, and I feel like I look a lot like Cliff.
Well, you have.
Because I have his hair.
You have more of Cliff's coloring.
Well, I've got his hair.
No one's gonna notice.
No, definitely
They're
not.
not gonna care.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Happy Tuesdays, hosted by TheOneRing.net/live. Here with the Happy Hobbits, us, Feely and Keely.
Hello.
Welcome everyone in the chat, all the regulars, all the non-regulars perhaps, anyone and anyone. We are here to give you on what happened at Comic-Con. It was amazing.
We are here to give you on what happened at Comic-Con. We were here to give you
now you've made me feel awkward.
Information about what happened at Comic-Con with TheOneRing.net.
What happened at Comic-Con?
Speaking of
What happened at
Comic-Con,
Comic-Con?
something happened at Comic-Con.
Why would anybody be interested in what happens at Comic-Con?
You know, I don't know.
Why
I
on
really
earth?
don't know.
Why on earth would anybody? Do we have a little bit of squiggle room?
We have a little bit.
Does what happens at Comic-Con
Stay at Comic-Con? Oh, I saw those shirts. I saw those for sale though.
Really?
Yep, I saw those.
The mischief that happens at Comic-Con never stays there
It
because
follows
it gets
you home.
very quickly disseminated through all the viral media and all the Vine loops and the Twitters and
Vine.
and the Facebooks, and everybody else eventually finds out everything that you did. If you were caught in the bathroom picking your nose at the wrong time, everybody
camera.
in interwebs knows what you did. It is actually the opposite of Vegas. It
I
is the
think
most
so.
well-publicized bit of geekdom in the world. Hello, everybody. Hi. Again, welcome to our live show. Ladies, thank you for getting things started.
You are welcome,
You're
sir.
welcome. We didn't get much started. We just
Yeah.
kind of said hello.
Oh, well, yes. Did you do some more crazy celebrity impersonations of Justin and Clifford?
Well, you know, we could.
If we had more energy, we may have.
Comic-Con kind of
But
sucks the life out of
we're
you.
still really dead from 5 days
Of walking and standing.
and sleeping on the floor.
Running.
And
Yep, running, carrying.
upstairs,
stress.
downstairs, carrying heavy things.
Yes. Carrying the burden of fandom.
I think when we got home yesterday, we sat down for probably about 4 hours straight and didn't get up.
Yeah.
5,
And
laid
thought
down.
it had been like an hour.
We're like,
To our
oh, maybe it's
bodies,
time for dinner. Oh, it's 10.
To our bodies, it only felt like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because on Sunday night, we were helping Weta to tear down their booth.
Yeah, you were. You were there late into
They're a
the
big
evening.
booth.
We were there till 1:30 in the morning.
Late into the evening.
And then we woke up at 7:30 in the morning. And then drove almost all day. So
But it was fun because
it's super
us four
fun.
got to have an adventure on the way back, as maybe
Yeah.
some of you guys saw the videos and vines of our beach adventures.
Yeah. We got
Hobbit beach
We
adventures.
got to see a lot of the Southern California coast, which we've actually not ever really seen.
Yeah.
Before.
Yes. Some of the world's most popular surfing beaches.
Tell what we saw.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. I mean, the birthplace of the Beach Boys and, Southern California beach culture, it all happened right there, and it's still going on right down there. We had crossed over into Orange County, and then by the time we got closer and closer to LA County line, we found ourselves going past San Juan Capistrano Beach, and then past Laguna Beach, and eventually, where were we? Justin, did we end up at Manhattan Beach when we bumped into the big event?
No, that was Huntington.
That was Huntington. Well, very close, right next to Manhattan Beach, Huntington Beach. And where was it? It was the big athletic event, the World Series of Surfing. It was the World Cup Surf Championships.
That was really neat.
That was like Comic-Con, but they had moved
Swimsuits.
They had moved 200,000 people from indoors and moved them outdoors, and then took all of their clothes off except for their skivvies. That is pretty much what it was. It was like 100,000, 200,000 people slammed onto this massive beach, and it reminded me of the Quidditch arena. It did.
Yeah, it did.
The stands were up off the beach. They were huge. There were scaffolds everywhere, and people were vertically going up to see as much as they could see across the ocean line, the shoreline rather, to see the surfers. It was really spectacular. We went from one big crazy mess into another. Accidentally drove into the championship. Hello, everybody. Oh, are we seeing our chatters right here?
Yeah, is that better? People were saying that your microphone was really quiet and this one was really loud.
Really? We do have our technical wizards behind there's at least one of 5 wizards sitting right back there. There's his name, Mr. J, and he's working on the audio issues to make sure everything's super cool. My gosh, ladies, you had never seen the Southern California shoreline.
No.
You had never seen the charm of Laguna Beach.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It was awesome.
It's really, really nice. So, wow. The fatigue.
I know.
Yeah, it's still here. Maybe a little.
There's a thing, they call it post-Comic-Con blues. And yeah, there's a thing, it's like, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder. It really is. It's like, you know, being at Comic-Con for all that length of time, with all those celebrities, all that energy, all those people, your body shoots adrenaline through your veins, no matter how tired you are.
You're feeding off it.
Yeah, and you feed off it.
Completely.
Right?
Like, don't feel hungry.
Yeah, don't feel hungry. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
your stomach shrinks.
Uh-huh, your stomach shrinks.
Just eat adrenaline.
I haven't eaten in 7 hours. I don't care.
Mhm.
I'm going. I'm
You're
going.
in con mode.
You're in con mode. It's nuts. When you come back home after that,
Whoa.
crash.
Uh-huh.
I mean, diabetic, serious crash.
Body
They
freaks
call
out.
it a Comic-Con hangover.
I think we've all got a serious case of
Without
that.
having a drop of alcohol.
Hello there, Matt Musgrove. It's lovely to have you there on the sidelines visiting. Ladies and gentlemen, our Celeborn, the elf from the Oscar party. Remember Matt? Remember Kelly and Alex?
Of course.
Yes.
Very good.
We
good.
did.
So, I'll tell you what.
Can you hang downstairs and make sure Roy's taking
Yes, but when he no. When the surprise guest comes,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell him to look for you. Okay, and I don't know whether.
Did a wild goose chase again.
Well, I'm gonna say look for your missing American twin.
Oh.
All right,
There it
good.
is.
There you go.
Okay.
Aw,
Oh,
you're too
no.
cute. Smushy face.
Smooshy face?
Yeah, smushy face.
Can you girls give a good smooshy face?
They're
rather
they're,
not.
They're
Yeah,
totally.
that's a good call. That's a good call. Wait, he'll be in the
There's
back
a-
then? In the parking lot?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
We don't know. I'm gonna text him and tell him park on a side street and come in the front door. We expect to see him in the next half an hour.
Okay.
Did you explain to these two what was happening? Because I wanted to surprise you.
We didn't know it was supposed to be a surprise.
Well, I told him in a message.
We'll act surprised.
Don't.
Oh, I'll act surprised.
No, I said don't tell the girls. It will be a surprise. Did you get my
And I
message?
said no surprise guests until you tell me, and you brought Matt.
Hmm?
That was a surprise.
That was a
He's-
surprise.
Was a surprise.
I
I
didn't know he
That
was
was a
coming.
surprise.
Matt?
He's not a surprise guest.
Well,
He-
they were surprised.
Oh, good, yeah, but he's
and
not.
I was surprised.
He's Matt. Matt is not the
Everybody got
guest.
Surprised.
Still
Everybody
surprised.
wins. Everybody wins.
On a stick.
PG here, folks.
PG. Do you know what?
What do you got in front of you right there?
These
Wargs.
were gifts to the One Ring by
The Bridge company who makes
yes, Bridge Direct. Who
awesome
makes-
figures.
These are wargs,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the actual wargs that were on display at Comic-Con.
Yeah, if you guys saw them right by the Weta booth,
And
these
they're-
are them.
Everything moves on them, right?
They're
The metal-
celebrities.
They're
Check them
heavy.
out.
They're heavy.
You can move their
Look at
feet. You can move their
This is
mouths.
how toys used
Look,
to
they can be deformed.
When I was a kid, I remember having high quality toys, and then they started to make them really cheap, and I got mad. But these are.
This is what
remind
you
me
can
of
do
when
to
I
your
was
warg.
little. Yeah, except these.
That's how
These are
bendable.
1,
moving
2,
limbs.
3, 4, 5, 6.
It's mouse
7,
You can make
8,
them go like
9, 10,
this.
12,
This is what happens
13,
when Thor and Oakenshield
14,
gets to
15,
one.
16. These wargs have 16 points of articulation. They're completely redesigned from the different wargs you saw riding around in the two towers.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a great thing. Actually, a lot of people have said these wargs don't look like, hyenas. They actually look more lupine.
Yeah, they do.
They look wolfish.
Well, I believe they're supposed to be a different species than the ones that we saw in Rohan.
They may indeed be. That may be the filmmaker's excuse, but
Yeah.
did Tolkien have any different, classes of wargs?
I don't remember, and I don't remember Roscoe rabbits either, though.
Ah, legitimate point. Slash one for Kelly. 1 point for Kelly right there. These are Roscoe rabbits. I'd like to see them try.
I love that part.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't remember what they call the wargs. They call them like Hundabar wargs or something like that. And then he
Gundabad.
They're
Gundabad?
Gundabad wargs.
and
yeah.
then he counters with, but these are Roscoe rabbits.
Rabbits.
So I think that
Oh,
infers that there's.
Gundabad is what Balg was.
Gundabad is a mountain up at the very, very tip top of the Misty Mountain range in one of the furthest geographical points north on the map that Tolkien drew. I guess we could assume that Isengard is down at the southernmost tip of the same
Yeah.
mountain chain. So yeah, okay, just by, we'll excuse the filmmakers for this redesign, that they're geographically different wargs. Let's just do that. Let's just say that forever. But look, happy warg, unhappy warg. Okay, see
Person
the
at Comic-Con,
see?
2 different people
Happy?
at Comic-Con
Unhappy.
said Gundabad is now a name of a character.
That cannot be true. That cannot
That's
be true.
what Comic-Con said, guys said at the Weta booth.
The guys at the Weta booth also said that Warner Brothers forced them to change the Hobbit hole of Samwise Gamgee from number 3 Bagshot Row to number 1 Bagshot Row. But that's
Why?
not true. They're like, don't ask us. We went round and round and round about it. But you know what? It's number 3. When I was there at Hobbiton in New Zealand, it looks like number 3 on
Yeah.
the bloody mailbox. Were you there?
No.
Did you get to go? All right, well, when you go there, we'll go.
No.
We'll go, and we'll go to Sam's
Let's
front
go.
door, and I will
Wanna go?
point at the mailbox. It's number 3 Bagshot Row. So I don't know about these weird inconsistencies between toys and the movies and the books, but it's just going to create another layer of confusion because brand new fans are coming to the movies, and they need to learn the distinctions between the movies and the books anyways. Gundabad is not a person or a thing, it's a place.
The people in
It's
the
a place.
chat remember the guys saying that Gundabad is the new name of Balk.
The new name of Balg? Well, then okay.
Good idea.
Then there's going to be a whole lot of confusion, and that's something that's going to make my job even more fun.
Anyways,
Anyway,
on to what
Speaking of
Comic
one
Con.
Bagshot Row.
speaking
Oh,
of One
gosh.
Backshot Road, let's see. Ooh,
These
what
are
kind of goodies do we
so
have here?
incredible.
This is my collectible Hobbit hole that I got from Weta, and I got it signed by the creator, David Tremont.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, David Tremont is very, very cool.
Yeah, he is.
He's one of the sculptors and designers who created that beautiful, beautiful Barad-dûr environment.
Oh man, that thing's intense.
And the bomber that's running, that,
Oh,
with
yeah.
that figure that they have. When I was visiting, I saw him doing the final etches and sculpting out of that.
Oh, did you?
This
That's
thing is really cool too.
Yeah, they're
It is, it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
They're a
Will there be
nice size too.
Is it one of a series? Will there be?
There are
There's
at least 2 more.
Yeah, there's 2 more. Then there's the bag end, but they're much smaller than bag end.
Mhm.
I chose this one because I liked how much untamed greenery it had outside the Hobbit hole door.
Yeah. So really, well, see, Untamed Greenery. If this really were Sam's, then you would see the proper gardens.
That's true.
You would see the gardens. See?
Sam got lazy.
What does it say here? It doesn't say anything about Sam living here on the side of the box. But I'll tell you what, they did say that there's some weird changes. If the guy on the live stream said that Gundabad is now going to be a person, an orc or a creature instead of a place, then I say, okay, fine. No, it's not fine. It's actually kind of weird and bogus because they didn't do that in the Lord of the Rings at any point, did they?
Yeah.
Did they take place names on the map and give it to people? They never did that once in the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. We already have confusion because Azog is supposed to be dead. Balg, his son, is supposed to show up at the Battle of the Five Armies when all the goblins and wargs show up, seeking revenge for his father's death, right?
Ooh.
This whole sins of the father routine.
I like Azog's name better than Bolg anyway.
But, then they had a Balg toy, and then when the 2 films were changed into 3 films for The Hobbit, the Balg toy was suddenly taken off the marketplace. Even though Bridge Direct had it in the display.
Yeah.
Did you see the Balg toy
Yeah.
in the display case? I saw it there too. Anyways, so what else do we have here?
Their
yes.
new book.
The folks from Weta had originally done this brown edition of The Hobbit Chronicles, which is the art and design book. There's volume 2 of that. Thank you, Justin, for getting us a nice close-up. The books that are here in my hand and in Kelly's hand, these books are very, very different from the tie-in books that were published 10 years ago, because these are created and written by Daniel Falconer and the artists at Weta. Previously, the tie-in books were just farmed out to some of the third party who did, a middling job on them. These are exemplary. These books are
Yeah.
so much better, so much more comprehensive, and have more beautiful details and wonderment. And whoa, you actually got, this one has a map of Thror inside.
I got these signed
Oh,
by several of the artists, including
You sure did. That's fantastic.
Lindsay Crummett, who did Keely and Feely's armor, and so she drew a picture of Keely for me next to her signature.
Oh, that's so cool. That's very, very, very cool.
So that was a really neat thing that Weta had set up. Almost every day you could come
Yeah.
and meet 3 different artists who worked on The Hobbit and you see their work in these books.
Oh, this is so cool. I love the ballin
Uh-huh.
that Daniel did for you. And I love his flourishes on his letters.
Mm-hmm.
He's really great. Oh, you got Russell to sign that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It kind of turned into a yearbook, and I just started asking everyone,
Yeah.
could you sign?
Yeah, this is great. This is really great. So these were a gift from Bridge Direct.
Mm-hmm.
These were
Geez, lots of Londoners in the chat.
hello, welcome London.
Hello,
welcome,
London.
UK. Well, that's because we said something about Mr. Royd Tolkien being our special guest, and that's why our UK friends are here. We know it's very early in the morning, very early in the morning. Thank you guys
Northern
for staying
Ireland.
up late. Congratulations on the new royal baby. Very well done. Congratulations to everyone in the family. And let's all go to Balmoral and have a party, shall we? Yes, with our friend Helen Mirren. Let's all just go along. Let's go with the Queen and
Let's go.
and go have a big old
Northern
party.
Ireland in the house.
Where? Who?
Northern Ireland,
Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. Welcome, all you friends
Slan.
from the UK.
Bulgaria, Germany.
Slancha.
Excellent. So what else? What other mischief? We
So-
have
Edinburgh.
Weta goodies. We have delicious
Oh,
things
this is
from Weta,
awesome. Let's get these.
and we have toys from Bridge Direct. And in particular, Miss Evangeline Lilly was there.
She was
Wasn't
there
she? And
many, many days with her wonderful children's book.
The Squicker
Mhm.
Walkers.
And you
The-
could go and meet her and get it autographed, as she did for us.
We were
That's-
excited because we were at the Weta booth because we were working there for TheOneRing.net.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just standing there and we kept looking over and
And like,
seeing-
oh, look
we
at her,
could see
she's
her
so
from
cool.
behind as she did her signing, but we didn't want to bother her or anything. But then at one point she walked by and did a double take and went, "You two?"
And we're like,
And we're like, "Yeah." And then she goes, let me get my camera." And she runs off to get her camera, and we're like, "That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're
Uh-huh.
supposed to be going, let me get my camera." And then she goes, "And let me get you books." So
she was
wrote-
so sweet.
Yeah, so she wrote in these books for us. And
Squickerific. Ah, that's great.
Hobbit-sized Squicker freak out. XOXO Evangeline Lilly.
You're
awesome, Evangeline.
Freak out.
yeah.
The Squicker Wonkers is 2 words. Not one, but 2 words. Squicker Wonkers. It sounds like a delicious candy bar,
It does.
doesn't it? Yes. And this is her very first book. Evangeline pulled me aside and said, you know, acting is one thing and it's wonderful, but this has always been my passion. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to write something and get something published.
Boom,
And
she
I
did
said,
it.
I said, children's authorship? Is that your focus? And she's like, anything authorship. She was so stoked about this book being published. And look what's on the inside front page. A foreword by Fran Walsh, Philippa
about this? Did you see
Boyens,
this?
and Peter Jackson, doing a cute little foreword in the front of the book.
This is really cute too.
Yeah.
Her
oh, yeah.
dedication.
Yeah, her dedication.
And on the back, there is a quote from a very credible reader,
Oh.
Miss Amelia Taylor.
Amelia Taylor, who's the young daughter of Richard
Richard
Taylor.
Taylor.
Super cute.
She says, "This is a wondrous book, the best book I've ever seen. These books might be sold out."
I think you're onto something, Amelia.
6 years old.
6 years old and she already knows what's good.
Oh yeah.
That's not exactly a surprise from coming from Richard Taylor's daughter.
That's awesome. Well, I cannot believe the energy in the room. It was nonstop.
Yeah.
No wonder we're all so exhausted and
Yeah.
beaten down. And even
Yeah,
he's
he
beaten
just
down.
fell over, man.
Even he's beaten down and exhausted.
He is so exhausted.
Yeah, I bet. And oh wait, I see Matt hovering.
There were a great many
I see
people
Matt hovering.
in line every day to see Miss Evangeline.
Not here, not yet.
And
No. Okay.
so Comic Con is a very big
Oh,
It's a very big place. I was just gonna put them away so they weren't
Oh,
in the
okay.
way anymore.
Well, we've got room over here.
It's a very big place, but
The one I want.
as soon as you get there with 200,000 other people, you wish it was bigger.
Yeah, you do.
It doesn't feel big enough, and even the biggest booths, like Weta's booth, feels small.
I think the
Mhm.
building has its own zip code. I mean, like the world famous merchandise
I
mart
think it
in
does.
Chicago. There are some buildings in the United States that are so ginormous. The building itself has its own.
Oh my
zip code.
gosh.
The merchandise mart in Chicago is one of those. You saw that in the movie Taken with James McAvoy and Morgan Freeman. Not Taken.
Taken?
No, not Taken. Wanted.
Wanted.
Wanted. That's it. That really
I have
cool.
a specific set of skills.
I meant to say Wanted. I didn't mean to say Taken, not the Liam
That's the
Neeson
Comic-Con
stuff.
burnout.
Yeah, that's
Here.
my own burnout. I meant to say that movie Wanted. Is Angelina Jolie in that too?
Yes.
Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy, Morgan Freeman. You'll see a lot of stuff in the merchandise mart. But Comic-Con as well. Comic-Con is the biggest building. It used to be half that size.
Wow.
When we started going 13 years ago,
Yeah.
attendance at the convention didn't have a Hall H. They didn't have a Ballroom 20.
Wow.
And they didn't have mega audiences coming in for movie stuff.
Yeah.
It was comic books. It was animations and video games.
Yeah.
The end of the convention center was at the sales pavilion. That was the end.
Wow.
That was it. And that was the end of the
That's
mall.
crazy.
Nowhere to go. So over the years, they built out and built out again. And the building is now, what, a mile and a quarter long?
It's huge. 5 football fields?
Yeah, I think it's a mile and a half or a mile and a quarter long. One of the longest horizontal structures in the United States.
That's why you get
I
so
believe it.
exhausted.
And you got to run back and forth
Yeah.
from end to end.
End to end multiple times a day going off of like no food.
Yeah,
Adrenaline?
oh, thank you. Yeah, talk to Mr. Type 2 diabetes here. I'm kidding. I don't have that. But after the low blood sugar I suffered this weekend, I feel like I
Yeah.
do.
Oh.
I feel like I do. What's this?
This is something
Given to us
that
by
Mr.
Russell.
Mr. Russell Alexander gave. These were printed on the Monday before
Uh-huh.
they arrived. So these were hot off the press.
I never got one.
And these are their new pamphlets.
And for those of you that don't know, Russell owns the Shire.
This is from the
That is
the
so
man
cool.
who owns the Shire. So in here are some
Very much a
beautiful
hobbit
pictures.
himself.
Oh, is that the inside of the Green Dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did tell me that the Green Dragon pub, which is what I saw being bulldozed and constructed at the time, last April. Now, a year and a half later, they finished the Green Dragon. Where
Yeah.
you guys can go and have lunch.
Let's have dinner there tonight.
You can actually
go.
you can rent the place for a wedding.
Oh,
for your
That's
own-
what I heard.
That's incredible.
You can have your own special parties and events at the Green Dragon in the heart of the Shire in Matamata,
Oh, man.
New Zealand.
Look
Talk
at it
about
all lit
epic.
up from the outside.
It's too beautiful for words. It's really, really beautiful. How close are we in close-up, Mr. J? Get in real close on that right there. That's a lovely thing. Lovely.
I imagine that you probably would have to book a wedding a year in advance or something. It would be so popular.
Yeah.
I bet.
Green Dragon, the Shire's Rest.
Yeah, the Shire's got all that good stuff going on.
And look at the beautiful shot of Hobbiton on the front.
And there's complete maps and directions and
Well, you've been there. Does it really look like that?
yes, I guarantee you, it really does look like that.
And here's the inside of the Green Dragon.
What they don't show you in these photographs are all the sheep pies that are on the grass. So when you're walking around in certain areas that are not fenced off from the sheep, you've got to watch your step.
There you
It's
go.
just grass.
You're just gonna, no,
There you
it's
go.
actually sheep poo.
Yeah.
But
Sheep poo is grass.
Re-
We've stepped in our fair share of animal poo.
Sheep poo is reprocessed and regurgitated or re-pooped. Poop grass. It's poop grass.
So beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, you know, when you're there and you go to Bag End, you will not be able to go up to the front door.
Oh, really?
And yeah, no, you're allowed to stand outside the garden gate as if you were selling buttons at the door. You're able to stand there where Gandalf stood, but you cannot go up to the door.
Did it say why?
Warner Brothers insistence. That's all they have to say. That's all they got to say. Super cool, though. No, I wish I had talked to Russell a little bit more and gotten one of those.
Well, you know what I think happened is I think they were in a box that was very difficult to
Yeah,
reach,
because he
it
just
wasn't
grabbed him at
until
the end.
Teardown that he
Snagged
found them
him.
and started handing them out. So
funny.
Unfortunately.
Well, they're still awesome.
Yeah.
he
but-
guess they got buried at Comic-Con
The
and
best,
didn't come
the
out
best
to play.
laid plans of mice and men.
We did give away
Yes.
one of these.
Oh, we did. For those of you that were watching the live, was the live stream there for the trivia? I don't remember.
No, it wasn't.
The live stream name? The
Not
trivia?
there for trivia.
Was it there for the trivia?
No, we didn't do any live streaming for the trivia contest.
Well, this beauty was given away during a trivia contest.
No, actually, there's 3 different contests. We had 2 trivia contests. This is a drawing.
Just kidding.
That's a drawing, right? No, Alex is close, very close. Did we finally draw the name out of the fishbowl for the winner?
Yeah, Sideshow Collectibles.
They
one of our
picked the
sponsors
winner?
For the live stream, so they handle that.
Yes, okay, so Sideshow Weta Collectibles, another great sponsor and an old-time friend of TheOneRing.net. That was great. The living people who stood there at the table and did the trivia contest, they won
Yeah, that was cool.
a Witch King, a Twilight Witch King, and the other guy won an Orc Scout, one of the giant premium-size statues that's literally 2.5 feet off the ground. And he was a young man who had just been in Afghanistan. He's a veteran who's been on a couple of tours, and he's come back alive. Thank you for your service to our country, Mr. I believe his name was, let me guess if I can remember. Maybe
For
I
those
can't
of you who
remember.
are wondering, this is what a Comic-Con
What was
badge
his name? Was it
looks
Christopher?
like.
You gotta have this with you at every single second.
Yeah, you do.
Or you may get harassed or worse by the guards.
Or
I
thrown
actually, yeah, Sunday night, right before teardown, a security came over and said, "How can you prove your name is Alex?" And kept me there for like a minute. I'm like,
He was just trying to.
how can
Because
you prove?
You know, the one time that you're going to try to sneak into Comic-Con is
Last
definitely
5
when there's
minutes.
10 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Yeah, you know how that is. Let's see. What was the name of the fellow who won our? Here we go. Because he said he was going to try to watch the show. Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, Christopher. It was Christopher Botkin. Hello, congratulations, Christopher, for being one of our winners. Yeah, see, that's the one that he won.
Yeah, I remember you.
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, he was the veteran who won. He came back for the second round of trivia, and the first round of trivia was coincidentally a big prize won by the little boys who wrote
Oh, that was
and
awesome.
created the Nimp and Toad
Fact.
children's book.
That was cool.
The children's book market, including Evangeline Lilly's Squicker Wonkers, has been growing and growing with Nimp and Toad. Here's their book. This is a really fun little book, kids book that was written by very small boys who wrote this and created this, and their father found a really talented artist to work with them on this. And so I say congratulations to the Hertz brothers, Henry, Josh, and Harrison Hertz. Yeah, Nimp and Toad, very
And
good.
then they also have a conservation book
What they do?
called Twig Nibble.
Twig Nibble.
That's funny.
Twig
On
Nibble.
Amazon, maybe? I don't know.
Now you
It's-
need to say all of these book names 5 times
Oh,
fast.
man.
Twig, Nibble, Squicker, Wonker, Nip and Toad. Nip and Toad.
Nibble?
Sounds like the.
No, I almost said that. Nimp and Toad, Squicker, Wonker, Nimp and Toad, Twig, Nibble.
The boys even signed it for us.
That's hard.
So cool.
That's very cool. So
Speaking of signed,
who got signed? Did you get that signed?
oh, perhaps maybe this Toriel is signed by Evangeline herself.
Ooh, very good.
Check that out, folks.
Very good, Miss Evangeline, autographing that.
She is-
Autographing her guns.
Oh yeah,
Her-
she's
And-
awesome.
Wait a minute. What about the artist, David? You could have.
David does have a few signed, actually.
No, he
We
could have
have
signed
them-
that too.
And we have them for sale on the one shop.theoneRing.net.
Yep, autographed
There's
by
a
the
limited
artist.
amount though.
Yeah,
You
gotta get
guys-
on that.
50.
Gotta get on
50.
that.
All right, go to shop.theonering.net.
Mhm.
Is
If
that
they
correct?
Buy it now, you guys will sign it too.
That's
Yes.
true. If
It's
for some
true.
reason you want our signatures, we'd be happy to sign them.
We would.
We have a limited number of It Is Our Fight Tauriel posters, Women for a 5-Army Solution, and these ladies right here will autograph. We've got David's original autograph on those.
The
But
artist.
you do have to order it probably today.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there won't be any left.
Yeah.
That's right.
There
So
won't be any left, and we won't be here to sign them. Today or tomorrow.
This is
We'll
true.
order them.
Oh, and if we already ordered, we get one. Now, there's some people who are like Dwina, for example, who may have already ordered one.
Does she want it signed by the Happy Hobbit?
Dwina, if you want it signed by the Happy Hobbits, then you better speak
Jar
now
Jar told me
or
no.
forever hold your Rubik's Cube.
Someone's calling you Jar Jar.
Says that Jar Jar told me Elle was gonna sign.
Oh, Dwina ordered hers on Saturday. Hey, Pippin. Hello, is that Pipske? And I'm sure that Pete, Northrunner, and Jenny, and the other usual suspects are all in there. Hello, I stole the One Ring. Oh, look, Treebeard94. Do you guys ship to the UK? Yes, we ship worldwide. Even if you were living on Tom Hanks' little lonely island way down there in the middle of nowhere with nobody to talk to but Wilson, we will ship. After all, FedEx shipped to him, didn't it? Yeah, FedEx sent him a very special box on his little castaway island. So yes, we will ship to the UK. Guaranteed. Now,
Anyone being a bully in the chat, go jump off a cliff.
Not this
Not
cliff.
this cliff. Jump off a real one so that you'll die.
oh, hello. Hello from Portugal. Hello from Portugal. That's
But
awesome.
There was no Bjorn at con at all.
Hello, Stargate Geek. Emily has joined us. Welcome back to the show. All of our regular audience folks are here.
Was there any bears or any Bjorn?
Just so you guys know, the chat's going super fast.
So we can't really read it.
It's hard to read because
Yeah.
the chat jumps very, very quickly.
We see a
They
different
keep asking
chat
about
than you
Bjorn. Was
do.
there anything about Bjorn?
I
Well,
saw nothing. Did
Very,
you?
very specific things at the Comic-Con that were shown by Weta. Stuff that we talked about. Warner Brothers didn't bring anything. Warner Brothers / Peter Jackson were very, very busy doing other stuff. There were no reveals, no posters, no signings from any of the Hobbit cast members. There were no new images of Bjorn. The answer is no. There was no Necromancer, no Smaug, no Bjorn, no Radagast, nothing except what we did, and that brings me to my next subject of conversation. We had a really amazing presentation. They bumped us up from a little, 1,000 person room
Yeah.
to a 2,000 seat room.
That was your first panel.
It was. It was your first panel being on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And did you guys hear that the fire marshal shut down the waiting line to
Are you
enter our room?
serious?
Too many people.
Wow.
And every year, as I keep saying, hundreds of people turned
They
away.
gotta give us a bigger room, man.
They should put us in ballroom 20.
Yeah.
Look, if Matt Groening and the cast of The Simpsons can fill a ballroom, so can TheOneRing.net. Listen.
Well,
Trust me.
the frustrating part is that there were a lot of people in there, I think, just sitting there holding seats for the next panel. Well, if that's the case, then a bigger room would help, because then because we had friends who wanted to come in,
Got turned
friends
away.
we never see, and we're very excited to come see our panel. They got there an hour and a half early, and they weren't able to get in because there were people in there waiting for Hannibal. And I understand why they don't clear the rooms, but yeah, the only solution is to have a bigger room.
Yep.
So that
Oh,
people
so
who
there
actually
was
want
Hannibal.
to be there.
The network.
Hannibal was next. That's kind of
The network presented NBC, right? It's NBC Network
Yeah.
showing Hannibal.
Yeah.
And they brought in their big guns right after we were done.
Yep.
That explains a lot.
Yep.
That explains a lot. Very interesting.
Yep.
You know what? Just like Brody said, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Jaws. Thank you, Steven Spielberg. We love you. You're gonna need a bigger boat, Mr. Clifford at TheOneRing.net. So maybe next year.
Yeah, that would be good.
Maybe next year they'll pop open the movable walls, and room 6AB will become ABCD.
Wow,
ABCD.
that'd be huge.
It
ABCD.
is. And we've been in those rooms before
Yeah.
that big. We fill them up to capacity because Warner Brothers didn't bring anything for The Hobbit. So this was our year to shine.
Yeah.
And I believe that we shone.
Yeah.
Thank you, both of you.
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
You
both
did
of
amazing.
And you
No.
polled the audience at the beginning whether it was a good idea and if fans appreciated that they showed Dragon. What was the response?
Well,
I remember everyone thinking that they liked it, right? That's what I remembered. Maybe they didn't.
I think it was more people who
The-
did not.
The response to the dragon was, what was the question? Are you guys pleased that they showed the dragon at all? And only a small couple of hands, maybe 3. Only 3
That was
out
me.
of a room of 2,000 people.
I was there.
The
I
next
raised
question was, do you think they should not show the dragon at all in the marketing pre-release to the film? Everybody's hands went up. At least 3/5 of the room, at least. Or I don't know how to find the lowest common denominator.
Take
I-
notes, Warner
Well,
Brothers.
Yeah,
my
take note,
issue
Warner
with
Brothers,
that
for sure.
is that we already saw the whole snout, we saw the
And
eye,
his butt.
we saw the ridges around his eye. So what did we really see? This. Like
Yeah.
this little swath right here of his jaw. That's it.
I think it's cool.
We didn't, in my mind, we didn't see the dragon. We just saw what we saw at the end of the film, but just not covered in gold. So I had no
I thought it had a
problem
very
with it.
powerful end to the trailer. Wait, showing
Well,
that.
the world already knows that.
Oh, speaking of the wonderful button lady. made these awesome pins, Hobbitception pins.
The Button Lady, better
Yes.
known within
Find
the
her on
realm,
Facebook.
Suzanne. Suzanne is her real name, and does she have a Facebook page?
Yes, she has a like page for her buttons.
She has the Button Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Button Lady is well known because she shows up at the biggest cons and the biggest events and conventions, and even when we do a line party, standing in line for the movies, she wears a dramatic, big, sweeping velvet cloak covered with thousands of buttons. All of them homemade, original homemade button designs that she creates and prints, and she does little funny slogans and catchphrases from all these popular entertainments. It's very funny.
Yeah, apparently someone's being a big bully.
And they
in the
keep
chat,
asking for mods.
and I don't know why they haven't
I'm watching the
thrown
chat.
themselves
I don't
off a
see
cliff yet.
anything too crazy.
Actually, Pete Northrunner emailed me a couple of days ago and asked, how does he become a mod in the Ustream
They
chat?
just want power. I don't see anybody going too crazy.
Well,
I want a Hobbitception button.
You know what?
We should tell
Hobbitception.
we should tell
Remember,
Suzanne.
she turned the camera on you. Why did she do?
Oh, Evie overheard us.
You've
Well,
got a nickname for her now.
because
Evie?
it was...
well, people who are very informal with Evangeline probably do call her Evie.
She spun the camera on us a couple days ago because we had heard that Manu Bennett was doing a signing and everything. So we went up and we did that, and we were so excited to meet him. And then when we did, we took a really silly picture because we told him that we have a web series name where we're called Keely and Feely. So we're like, we got to take a picture because I mean he's Azog, so it's like
Yeah, so we took a picture. I said, you know, my only idea is that you could pretend you're smashing our heads together, and you thought about
He
it for a
loved that
minute, and he
idea.
goes, I'm gonna get up on a chair behind you.
uh huh.
And so he got up on a chair behind us to look massive, and pretended to be smashing our
Scale?
heads together.
Yeah.
Like to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome,
And then,
but
and then afterwards, we're like, oh, thanks. And as we're walking off, he grabbed us each and kissed us on the cheek, and then I just went on autopilot when he came in, and I kissed him back on the cheek.
I mean you gotta kiss Azog.
So that was like, oh my god, I just
How-
kissed Azog.
How very
Keely and
French.
Feely getting kisses by
I
Azog.
betrayed all Keelys everywhere by kissing the enemy. But
How
It
very
happens.
French. How very French.
But then we went down and we were getting ready to try to control the line of people waiting to meet.
And all of a
Sir
sudden
Richard
I hear
Taylor,
someone's-
and we were talking about it, and we're like giggling and being fangirls.
Then
like
I hear
we are.
someone's voice go, "Hey, happy Hobbits!" It's Evie with the camera, and she's like, "What just happened?" And we're like,
We're like, Azog kissed us. I was like, and then I kissed him back, and she goes, and did he like it? I kissed a girl and I liked it joke. I had no clue what to say because I don't know if he liked it or not, so I just said, I think.
He's an awesome guy. If you ever get the chance to meet him, really nice.
Yeah.
Really
That's
nice
wonderful.
guy.
Super
You will see lots of Manu Bennett, and I mean wink. You'll see lots of Manu Bennett in Spartacus on Showtime. Check it out. You will
Yes.
also see much less of him in his demure little outfit as Azog, the Pale Orc, in An Unexpected Journey, and I'll be betting my bottom dollar that he'll show up again in The Desolation of Smaug.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure he'll be in the third film, maybe. I don't know, but I'm sure he'll be there for the Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, very good.
Ooh, this chat's going fast.
Was Johnny was pretty cute. That's what they're saying.
Johnny-
in the chat.
Yeah, I was just
From-
gonna say Johnny
Weta?
Fraser is also
Oh.
very, very nice.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool. He's awesome.
Super talented guy.
And he's
Yes,
a
he
fan
is.
of someone, right? Like
Like
everybody
someone-
has a fan.
Johnny, and if you guys don't know all of your Weta artists as intimately as most Ringer fans know them, Mr. Johnny Fraser Allen did great watercolors and really cool stuff for the Squicker Wonkers.
And he designed Radagast.
And he actually did design the Radagast, all this beautiful, birds, poo, and all that fun stuff. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny Fraser Allen got to wander around Comic-Con for a few minutes and bumped into the creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, coincidentally connected to Sean Astin, who is doing one of the voices on the new animated series.
Really?
So there's one of your Weta artists from The Hobbit, leaves New Zealand, comes to California, and he goes to meet Kevin Eastman, who is a bigger Ringer fan than I am. His wedding ring is a one ring of power.
Wow.
That's
Yes,
cool.
Mr. Kevin Eastman convinced his wife that they should have evil one rings for their wedding. And Kevin Eastman created the Turtles, and they had a great little fanboy moment. Kevin Eastman, Johnny Fraser Allen. It was very cool.
I think
It was very
Kevin
cool.
Eastman fanboyed out about Richard Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. you imagine these people who are way up in the firmament of publishers and authors and creators.
They're still fanboys.
And they're fanboys for each other. They're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like Doug Jones walks through the room, and every filmmaker and every A-list actor goes, holy cow, that's Doug Jones. Oh my God, I love Pan's Labyrinth. And they just go, ooh, ah. And he's just, come on, stop it. And, you know, he's being, you know, very coy and very playful, like he always does, you know. I love that. I love the chemistry of mixing all these talented people together at Comic-Con. I love it.
So someone keeps asking where they can send stuff. Where I don't know what your answer is, but if anyone has...
Send stuff? It depends upon what stuff you're sending. I don't know what you're sending. So somebody asked a few seconds ago, and it was Stargate Geek, am I going to Dragon Con? Personally, I only have like a 25 or 35% chance of going to Dragon Con. It is not likely. Well, if we get a good sponsor, if we get some good corporate sponsors for TheOneRing.net, then I might go to Dragon Con, but at this point, it is not looking likely. So, let's see. Cliff, if you interview him, can we get a Royd Tolkien Grand, please? Well, Lieutenant Gothmog, maybe. I'll do my best. And yes, we will interview him, and we'll probably interview him next week, too, because he's going to be in Los Angeles for quite a while. So he just got over here from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just got off the plane. He's just come back. And guess what else I heard? Well, we'll save some of that conversation for when Royd gets here.
But real quick, to anyone who wants to contact us, we do have an email address. It is happyhobbit@theonering.net. And if
Our Twitter name is happyhobbit1.
And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/torn, T-O-R-N, Happy Hobbit. And there you can private message us if you want to know, you know, if you have any questions or anything. But obviously any personal information we're not going to make public. But we're very happy to chat with people and talk with people and find out.
Nerd out.
Yeah, we have these little business cards that you probably
just
can't
got an email at TheOneRing.net saying, can you please have the Happy Hobbit sign my poster?
Okay, very good.
How sweet.
So, on to the questions in the chat, because I'm seeing lots and lots of them. What did I get at the convention? A great big headache.
Sore feet, maybe?
Actually, I didn't get to attend any of the panels that I wanted to see. I did not get to see Neil Gaiman, the creator of The Sandman, and of course that cool movie Stardust, with Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer. I did not get to see any panels of Futurama, or The Simpsons, or Tron, nor did I get to see Legend of Korra, because I'm a huge Avatar The Last Airbender fan, and also a Legend of Korra fan. Unfortunately, I was too busy loading up Instagrams and videos and taking down notes and doing all kinds of stuff for working at the convention, trying to sell posters and shirts. So no, I didn't really see anything. And hey there, and I got a couple of really beautiful art books. The guys from Weta. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was wondering if Justin was around.
He's in the middle of helping us do our live webcast right now. I guess he'll be done at about 6:30. This lovely young lady's looking for you, Justin. So anyway, we're gonna continue on. I got some beautiful art books, and that's about it. That's about it.
Why Ninja Turtles is related to the Lord of the Rings?
Well, I've already said, we say that every week. The reason why the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in its most current incarnation, is related to Lord of the Rings is because Samwise Gamgee, better known in the real world as Sean Astin, he does one of the voices. Does the voice of Michelangelo? Or which turtle does he do?
Raphael.
Raphael. He's the voice of Raphael.
But we learned at Comic-Con, Kevin Eastman said that the entire Ninja Turtle universe is based on Tolkien.
Oh!
Hi, Suzanne.
4 hobbits,
She's here.
4 turtles.
Okay, I'll mention that. I'll mention that.
We're pimping your
I got it. I'll mention
like
it.
page.
Casey Jones is...
Got it. They can't hear you, but I'll mention that. Yes.
People want Hobbitception buttons.
They do, Suzanne.
Our
Good
show is
job.
getting derailed. Hello? Who's that over there? No, that's not our special guest. What? Anyway, next thing I expect is that there's going to be a very loud live band any second.
Company of
right over
Dwarves
my
margin.
voice. I mean, at this point, I'm begging for a soundproof booth where we can do the show normally again. But anyways,
You saw Peter as Beagle.
I did, but let's go back to why Eastman. Why did Eastman get such a Lord of the Rings head rush this whole weekend? Because he got to meet Sean Astin, he got to meet artists from Weta and the team in New Zealand who are making the Hobbit films. But Kevin Eastman, when he created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he put in direct parallels with Lord of the Rings as a bit of storytelling. 4 hobbits, 4 turtles, right? And then there's a wandering warrior who comes in very mysterious. What's that character's name?
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones, analogous to Aragorn, and even funnier, the rat, the wizened rat, huh?
Splinter.
Yeah, Splinter. That's right, of course. Splinter is your analogy to Gandalf, who's the Obi-Wan Gandalf type character. It's very much Splinter. So you can see a lot of.
Arwen.
Who's Arwen?
April O'Neil.
Oh yeah, April. Yes, April O'Neil. Oh, I didn't even think of that. So if you reach your mind outward to, turtle lore, you'll see that Kevin Eastman has sprinkled in lots of his favorite Tolkienisms in there, and I never really noticed it until this past weekend. It's very fun. That's very cool. I'm getting texts, but not from Mr. Tolkien. So yes, we still anxiously await the great-great-grandson of Professor Tolkien. He said he was wandering through Venice Beach today, which means, code language, he went to visit Elijah. That's code language.
Code broken.
Yeah, he didn't say.
Who did not come to.
Well, it seems that everybody was
I
at
thought he was at
Comic-Con.
Wilfred.
No, he sent in a video message.
He sent in a video message. Everyone was at Comic-Con except for Elijah Wood and Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd. Otherwise, most of everyone else, Ian McKellen was there, Sean Astin was there, and Manu Bennett was there.
Lee Pace.
Lee Pace showed up
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, but he didn't do Hobbit promotional stuff, did he?
Dominic was a big feature at the BBC America booth for his show.
Was Dominic there?
He wasn't there, but
he was.
Yeah,
video
we
was
saw
there.
Dom's Wild Things was on
Yeah.
display there. That's an awesome show.
Oh, I
If you
love
haven't
that
seen
show. It's so
It's
good.
really good.
Dom
Dom-
knows so much.
Don, if you're watching, we hope you feel better. I know you're having a very bad earache today,
Ooh.
and I do hope you are feeling better.
That's not
I
fun.
recommend a very hot water compress, and I recommend lying on your side, and then I recommend calling the doctor in a few hours and seeing him tomorrow morning. That's what I recommend.
That would be good.
Yeah, earache is not cool, especially with you running around the world with parameciums and evil little bugaboos.
Probably got something in his ear.
Getting in your ear. Oh yeah, like in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, that thing that goes in your ear and warps your mind.
It could. Hopefully, it's just sinus pressure
This is true.
gathering.
Might just be that.
Really?
That's much easier to take care of.
It is. It is. So, what's next on our agenda of mischief?
Well-
the
Ladies?
panel. What else did you talk about at the panel, Radagast?
The video clips that you guys have seen already with my live interview with Sylvester McCoy, we did some little jiggery pokery to section off the most important segment of that interview, where Mr. Sylvester McCoy said, I was originally up for Bilbo.
Yeah.
At that time, he was talking to Peter Jackson, who loves Doctor Who, and Peter wanted to bring his Doctor Who love to Lord of the Rings world, and Peter wanted to cast Sylvester McCoy as Bilbo. Ultimately, as you all know, that went down differently, and the wonderful, wonderful Ian Holm, who couldn't be better, I don't think Sylvester McCoy would have been the right Bilbo.
It would have been very different.
And I think, Ian Holm has played Bilbo. He has played Frodo before in the BBC radio series. He's been playing these Frodo and Bilbo characters for a while, and I think it's fantastic that Ian Holm was our Bilbo. But Mr. Sylvester McCoy revealed that, don't worry, we've got a much bigger part for you. Evidently, the screenwriters and the director said to Radagast, don't worry, as Radagast, we've got a much, much bigger part for you to play. And we revealed that. A lot of fans were like, ooh, more Radagast. And we got a little bit of a round of applause for that when they found out there was much more Radagast coming. Galadriel?
With Radagast.
Bienvenidos.
Hola todos que hablan español.
No. You see, you posted something on Facebook that had people going, what? Scratching their heads? You're like, Radagast and Galadriel, duke it out, battle it out at Dol Guldur. And everyone said, why must they fight each other? So that was an unfortunate turn of phrase. let us rewind, scratch that, reverse it, as Willy Wonka would say. As Gene Wilder would say in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, scratch that, reverse it.
El mismo persona del fin de semana.
Radagast and Galadriel are not going to fight each other in the Battle of Dol Guldur.
Oh, see?
That's not going to happen. So we're going to revise that. Maybe Mr. Somebody.
Who do they fight?
They are going to be dealing with Benedict Cumberbatch, evil necromancer. That's what's going to happen, okay? Miss Philippa Boyens revealed last year in a press roundtable to the international media that she was very proud of Cate Blanchett's acting and her work in the Battle of Dol Guldur.
Ooh.
Do you guys, what do you think? Galadriel in battle mode?
That would be better.
Yeah, that would be badass.
After playing several Lord of the Rings role-play games,
yeah,
both on Xbox and online, and fighting as female elves, I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would.
To see what could someone as ancient as Galadriel do.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, her and Gandalf in a fight together.
If Arwen can summon a river to do her bidding, then what can Galadriel do?
Ooh.
It makes you wonder.
She could probably make armies fall to their knees just with her thoughts.
Probably. She might be, well, she carries the Ring of Adamant. And what kind of unique powers that ring has, Professor Tolkien is not very clear, except she uses it to continually preserve the timelessness of Lothlorien and her realm. And the power of her ring is used primarily in continuing that timelessness in Lothlorien. And even when we watch the movie, they increase the frame rate just a little bit, and the Fellowship of the Ring, it seems like things are slower in Lothlorien. Did you notice that? Everyone seems to be moving and talking slower. As soon as they leave Lothlorien, and Aragorn puts that paddle in the river,
gracias, you streamer.
The film speed cuts back to normal, and it becomes normal film again. And they're no longer in the dreamlike, floating timelessness of Lorien, which I find interesting.
Yeah,
Very
I thought
interesting.
they did that really well.
Now, did you guys notice? We know that Elrond, half elven, has a ring. It is Vilja, the dark blue sapphire stone. And we know that Gandalf has the red stone, Narya. So Vilja belongs to Elrond, half elven. Narya belongs to Gandalf, because it was given to him by Círdan, the shipwright, who gave it to Gandalf as soon as he arrived on the shores of Middle-earth, all those hundreds of years ago. And Galadriel has the third, the white ring, the elven ring of adamant. So you have Vilja, Narya, and Nenya, right? Nenya, that's the name of Galadriel's ring. And did you guys notice in all of the film versions that Peter Jackson has given us, nobody except Frodo and Galadriel are revealed as being ring bearers?
You're right.
That's true.
No, I didn't realize
Never.
when I saw the movies that Elrond and Gandalf also had them.
Yeah,
so,
but they're not shown.
That's
We never see Gandalf's ring or Mr. Elrond half-elven. We don't see his ring.
How does that come into play then with Gandalf in particular being so close to the One Ring for so long?
Well, I wonder. Well, the 3 elven rings were made by themselves without Sauron's power, without his influence. And the elves kept them hidden from Sauron, and that always pissed him off. That always made Sauron so fracking angry. You know, he managed to get back all 9 rings from the 9 men, okay? And he corrupted them into ring wraiths. Sauron managed to get back the 7 rings from the Dwarven Lords. And he got the last one from Thror. You know, Thorin's granddaddy. But nowhere in the movies do we see the Lord of Rivendell or Mr. Gandalf the Grey or the White. Nowhere do we see him or on his hands a single shot of that ring.
Yeah.
Well,
and we wonder. I wonder.
Gandalf does have fingerless gloves all the time when he's Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah, his Fagans.
So maybe
he's wearing his Fagans.
Maybe they're covering it.
I've seen several people ask about Hobbitception pins now. So, Suzanne, if you would like to make some, since you are here, perhaps we could do a little something with those.
Ooh, someone says at the Grey Havens, okay, Suzanne says you finally see Gandalf's ring appear in the Grey Havens. Is that true? Okay, all right, that's fascinating. I'm going to have to go back to look at Return of the King one more time and freeze frame it. I've got to look for that. I never saw that before, but I will look for that. What were you saying? Sorry?
Oh, people were just asking about Hobbitception pins. But if Suzanne, if you would like to make some, hopefully we could perhaps get them out there.
If you want to communicate directly with Happy Hobbit,
Or have any ideas for whatever.
well, people keep asking
Twitter.
something personal. They keep asking if they can like send stuff to
Send
us
us
in the mail.
an email.
So you could send us an email and we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
You could send us an email at happyhobbit@theonering.net.
happyhobbit@theonering.net. You can always email me,
This
and
is
I
true.
don't know why you would want to, at quickbeam@theonering.net.
That's the best way to reach. That's the best way to reach Torn Staff.
Yeah, any of the Torn staff, you can just contact them by their nickname. You know, in your case, you guys don't have a separate Feely and Keely at theonering.net. You
We do.
Okay, but you better
we
better
also
to
have
use
Yeah,
Happy
I mean,
Hobbit.
Happy
it's
Hobbit
simpler
for the
just
whole
for
show,
Happy
yeah.
Hobbit.
happyhobbit@theonering.net.
Hobbit or Happy Hobbits?
It's
Cliff habla
singular.
español.
Always
Sí,
singular.
sí, poquito español.
Hay
Hola,
muchas-
chica
Él
linda,
no
mucho
puede-
gusto.
Él no puede entender
Que,
lo que estoy diciendo ahora.
pero hay muchas personas en el chat que hablan español, entonces hola. Sí.
Buenos,
Es bueno tener ustedes aquí.
Sí, bienvenidos.
buenos noches y buena suerte.
Y lo siento que no tenemos acentos
Yes.
buenos para español.
Pero
Pero
bienvenidos a TheOneRing.net y
Sí.
a Torn Tuesday.
y me siento feliz que estás aquí.
Sí, con Cliff Broadway.
Sí.
Basement? There's no basement at the Alamo. Yes, there you go. Pee-wee's
Él
Big
está
Adventure.
enojado.
I just.
Sí, porque él no puede entendernos.
Él no, él.
Pero está bien.
And for all our Spanish-speaking friends, buenos dias. Welcome aboard. This is Torn Tuesday, featuring Clifford and Kelly and Alex. We're having a
y'all.
wonderful show.
Howdy, y'all.
There's no basement in the
Oh,
Alamo.
Cliff. No, sir.
I had to do a Pee
There's
Wee
an
Herman
attic.
joke. There's an attic.
Y'all's got
There's
an
an
attic?
You guys don't even know the movie joke I made.
Y'all
do
know.
you?
Is
Did
it
you
Pee-wee's
see?
Big Adventure?
Yes.
I've seen it
I've seen it a long time ago.
I remember Large Marge.
Tell him Large Marge sent you. Yes. I'm just trying to crack up Mr. J over there. It's very
Oh,
funny.
it's
working.
It's chuckling over there. That Jar Jar's chuckling.
one of our friends in the chat said, "What was your favorite scene in The Hobbit?" And I will say I have two. I have two favorite scenes in The Hobbit. The first one is when the dwarves are singing the Misty Mountains in a very hymn-like way. It's beautiful. It's organic. And the camera moves around in the fireplace at Bag End, and the camera shows Bilbo leaning against his bedpost, staring at the fire, and letting his
that part?
dreams wander away. And then where does the camera go? The
The-
camera goes
the-
from
the
the
chimney,
fireplace
right?
up above the chimney.
love that
and
part.
Yeah,
Yes.
isn't that a great
I
shot?
love
Yes.
that whole scene.
That
The
whole
embers.
sequence.
Makes
the
me so
embers
happy.
are coming out of the chimney.
Stunning.
It's
Up
so,
into the night
it's
sky.
so simple.
It's
yet
so beautiful.
Yet
Yeah.
so
It's lovely.
Puts you in that place in time.
It's really, really lovely.
Someone was just asking if you think we're going to see Thrain's Ring.
And that's a good question. I doubt it. I doubt that they will confuse any issues with Thrain, because they're going to focus mostly on the map and the key, and Gandalf getting that map and key. I really doubt that they'll show anything of that dwarven powerful ring, although it is the last one that Sauron had yet to reclaim, although there were rumors that the dwarves had hidden a couple of them. Okay, let's send a message to Royd. Are you close by yet? Question mark.
Oh,
Cliff loves this app.
Mr. Royd Tolkien. Oh, well, I'm just.
No, it's cool. I
Wait,
like
wait,
it.
what-
It's
what-
simplified.
It is simplified.
Why would I spend 25 seconds
Exactly,
texting
you
when
go
I can spend
boom.
3? Yeah, right?
No,
Not,
absolutely.
no, I just sent him a message. There's no response yet, but we'll see.
That
Now,
was about 10 seconds ago, so we'll be okay.
oh, I know some ASL. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, something like
Solo
that.
uno.
Sí, lingua.
El primer libro
Okay.
casi tres.
What?
Oh, Fellowship
Tres
of the Ring?
veces.
Sí.
They're asking how many times have we read the Lord of the Rings.
Solo he leído una vez. Lo siento.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. I actually lost count of how many times I read The Lord of the Rings after 12.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
After
boy.
12 times, I lost count of how many times I read
Hey,
it.
that's cool.
I really, really
the
have.
first book, I have to admit, is my go-to book for if I'm ever feeling anxious or lost or just need something to ground me. I open up Fellowship of the Ring and start reading from Concerning Hobbits on.
I love the whole beginning. Everything in the Shire. Ugh.
And it just makes me feel calm and everything.
For
feel
me,
right
it feels
and
like it's just like deleted scenes from the movie. Obviously, it came first, but it's fun because you see everyone in it and imagine it. It's awesome.
The other best part of An Unexpected Journey, aside from the moments in Bag End, where Bilbo is really looking inward for himself through the power of the dwarven music, which is exactly what Tolkien said. Something moved inside Bilbo's heart, and the Tookish side of him woke up. Remember, the Tookish side in him woke up. My other favorite part of An Unexpected Journey is the beauty and the simplicity of that chamber piece of Gollum and Bilbo together in the riddle game. Best part of the film.
I love it.
that was like a theater scene. Like
I feel like I was like, yeah, oh, I want to watch it.
Worth your price of admission just for that.
Oh yeah.
And
Andy Serkis, man. Whew.
And I also liked all the fuss about Sebastian. That was cute too.
yes,
Sebastian.
that's what I want, Suzanne. I want a button that says Sebastian lives and is a picture of Sebastian.
She might have that. I thought you might have some
I
sort of
think
Sebastian.
Sebastian has a role to play.
Justin.
We were
has a
discussing-
really good.
The Weta Workshop thing had Sebastian.
They did. They had a tiny little Sebastian right next to Radagast's feet on his statue. I'm sure you guys saw some of the video that we did.
Someone just asked Cliff a question if I can.
Where was it? Oh, Cliff, have you seen the J.R.R. Tolkien Tales from the Perilous Realm? It's got several mini-stories in it, on one of which is The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Well, hello, Stargate Geek. I have never heard of a published title called Tales from the... whatever you just said.
It's gone.
No, it's gone. Tales...
Perilous Realm.
Tales from the Perilous Realm. Well, thank you, Emily. I will look that up. I will totally look that up. I mean, all the brand new stuff that has been coming out is the Children of Hurin. If you guys are really into that Silmarillion stuff and that, you know, the early First Age histories of Middle-earth, get yourself a copy of the Children of Hurin, which was published, edited by Christopher Tolkien, and the audiobook version of it is excellent. I do recommend that. I really do. Hey, my toes are too long to be a hobbit. Well, maybe if they're covered with enough fur, you can be as hobbity as you'd like
You
to
could be known as Paddlefoot.
Okay, what is the revised edition, PF, The Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, guys?
I think it's supposed to be of.
Oh, what's the revised edition of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? What revised edition? Well, the publishing history of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is a whole other thing that we could probably talk about on another show, because that will take a couple of hours to go through it. The Hobbit had to be revised when The Lord of the Rings was completed 17 years later. Kelly, you know why.
What's one of the big inconsistencies?
Well?
One of the big inconsistencies that Alex and I discovered after we were nicknamed Keely and Feely.
Oh, this is true.
What's that?
First we're like, wow, it really is perfect.
Feely's the youngest.
Yeah, and Keely's
And
the oldest.
so it's perfect, and you know, you go along, you find out.
A little bit later in the book.
Pulled out the rug from under you.
Yeah. No, actually it was in the appendices.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And all
right.
of a sudden, since Feely was the oldest.
It's like, okay.
Oh,
well.
yeah, okay. So there's a difference between the
Well,
ages.
we're just
Yeah.
the Hobbit one, you know. It works then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when Tolkien wrote The Hobbit originally in 1937, Gollum was a lot less nasty, and he was a little bit more of a friendly frog kind of character.
Really?
Yeah. Tolkien, 17 years later, got the Fellowship of the Ring out the door and begged his publisher, let me go back to The Hobbit and fix some of this, and he rewrote the chapter Riddles in the Dark, bringing all the story elements much more into alignment with his purpose in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So, second edition Hobbit stuff is where you'll find the later changes to that one chapter. The rest of The Hobbit was intact. That one chapter, Riddles in the Dark, really changed the nature of the game between these two characters and the manner in which Bilbo got the ring. Tolkien found himself deliberately having to do that. So I don't know about revisions to Lord of the Rings, except for, you know, over the years typographical errors had to be fixed, and Tolkien went back to his printers and said, fix this, fix that, but there weren't any major revisions such as there were on The Hobbit.
But you just touched on the argument that a lot of people used to defend Peter Jackson's revision of the story.
Well, I mean, the conversation is really one that begins with Lucas revising Star Wars and doing special edition trilogy of
Justin
Star Wars. And so, did
Star
Tolkien Professor Tolkien did have to go back and redo
That Peter Jackson will
the way that Bilbo and Gollum met each other in the published books. So yeah, that whole conversation is legit. It totally is. But moving on, what else do we have?
Someone wants to know if we're going to go to the Tolkien picnic. And as much fun as that sounds, probably not, because that's the day after my birthday.
Okay. Woo. Stargate Geek says the revised edition is illustrated by David Wenzel. All right, thanks, Emily. I will look up that. I will totally look up. But there aren't, I'm telling you now, whatever revisions the Lord of the Rings went through, they're not that big to my knowledge. There were no substantive changes to Lord of the Rings throughout its publishing history. The most significant thing that happened was a publisher in the 60s started doing these pirated paperback editions without permission and without copyright control and without cutting any checks back to the author. So that might have been a bum edition where they just lifted stuff out, you know, like wholesale. But no,
what was
the real authorized editions are pretty much solid since they were first written.
We have a
chat question about Azog. What's your opinion? And then what was the vibe at Comic-Con?
Just about him?
Yeah, like his
everyone
thing was selling.
Everyone at Comic-Con loves Azog.
Uh-huh. And I think he's
someone
gonna
asked Cliff specifically for.
And I heard he smells
for your
good.
opinion.
Maybe. Or smell good, what do you know?
Smells good. I don't know about Azog.
Yeah, there might be some orc OO in there.
I'll
some orc
tell
odor.
you one thing about Azog, that I don't know, did you notice the details in his loincloth in the film? Or did you notice them after you saw
the
did
you see that?
The giant sculpture that was at the
Yeah.
wedding?
Yeah, did you see the faces in the loincloth?
No.
Azog has the skin
and you can see them in the
faces.
movie if you look.
He has the skin faces of every dwarf he has killed knitted into his loincloth.
Yeah.
Stitched
If I had the figure.
There are faces with gaping maws in his loincloth.
It's disgustingly awesome. I love it.
Azog was the most ghoulish of all the toys represented at Comic-Con.
He's awesome.
He was holding up the severed head, and I mean total, like, jihad style, holding up the severed head of Thror, King Under the Mountain. And I don't think that Kenner Toys would have approved that back in 1978 when the first Star Wars toys were coming out. There was somebody holding a severed head, and you look at it, and there's vertebrae, and blood, and guts, and bone, and the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, so now you're telling me Azog has human or dwarven skin faces around his waist. Okay, lovely.
Yeah,
wow,
it's styling.
Bear in
bad
mind,
boy.
though, that the toys that were being made in the 70s were for children.
Oh, yes, they were.
Who do they make a lot of money on now?
Big kids.
Yeah, that's right. The advent of the fanboy. So it was a very cool looking toy, but the audience seems to warm up to Azog now. They were not warming up to him a year ago, but now the audience that we talked to at the panel, they're like, oh yeah. More than half of them were like, yeah, he's fine, he's okay. And then we asked Kathy. Kathy asked the group about are they adopting a wait and see attitude towards the dragon? Right?
I remember a lot
that?
of people.
Yeah, and a lot of people. Oh no, not towards the dragon.
Oh wait, you're
Azog.
right. That was Azog.
Towards Azog, yeah. And a lot of people were neither yay for him or boo for him. A lot of people raised their hands saying, "We'll just wait and see what new developments with the character happen."
Do you think that'll happen with Toriel?
I don't know. You know what? I would have preferred that Azog had been properly killed in that flashback where Balin is telling the story of the Battle of Azanul Bazaar outside the west gates of Moria, or I should say east, right outside the east gates of Moria. And I wish that had been so, because it would have been like a more sound way to show the sins of the father get inherited down to the sons. And you would have understood Thorin having to deal with Balg later on in the movie, right? If we understood that there was this animosity from that battle all those years ago, when if Azog had been killed, at the time when grandfather Longbeard, Thror, had been killed, I think as a storyteller, the whole thing about Balg, if he had been alive properly, chasing Thorin across Middle-earth, would have made more narrative sense to me. But this is just one man's opinion, for what it's worth. What do you think?
I think it could go either way. I think that the reveal that Azog was still alive wasn't surprising to most adults. But if they had shown in the flashback that Azog looked like he was killed and maybe they're carrying off his body, then it would have been more surprising to see him later. But
Stargate geek, you haven't even finished seeing The Hobbit all the way through?
whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Why don't you just
What are you doing here?
Get off the chat. What are you doing here? Get off the chat and go put that DVD in and
Go find a TV.
and relax. Enjoy the end of the movie so that you can at least hear that comedic line that Barry Humphries says when Gandalf gives him his just desserts. Because that's just so fun, you know. You know what? I read a lot of tweets from some famous animators and storytellers who said, any idiot who says, "What are you going to do now, wizard?" deserves exactly what he gets. I mean, anybody who
That's
asks
funny.
that
True.
deserves exactly what they get. So, yeah, I recommend you finish the film, and we'll talk about the Karok and, you know, the whole Bjorn business, which is where we're going to go at the very opening scenes of film 2.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
We can't talk about film 2 until you guys have finished watching film 1. Come on, get
So
with the program, my
thinking
dear.
about the
Mwah. Thank you.
Bolg and Thorin and Thrain and Azog, that gets a little convoluted.
I think it's
If you're
better and
throwing
simpler, just
all
Azog.
of that at someone in the first film, it just would feel very Shakespearean.
Mm-hmm.
And it was difficult enough to understand Thorin's motivation of risking all their lives and going on this perilous quest just out of his sense of honor and out of his sense of responsibility to his ancestors. And so I think getting the audience to buy into that, it would have been difficult to say, oh, and he also has this he also wants to avenge his father, who we saw as a relative coward,
Yeah.
for, you know, what happened with
Yeah.
Azog. So, in a way, I think that it might have been overkill if they had gone that route.
Maybe. But, I mean, it's always interesting to think in terms of Northern European legends and old stories and the songs and even the lays of Beleriand. Tolkien himself infuses his early works with the sins of the father idea. Look at what happens to Fëanor's sons after his terrible oath and the kinslaying, you know, back there in Valinor. So, you know, the sons inherit the sins of the father in all kinds of Germanic and Nordic epic stories. This is a common theme, and I would have personally preferred to see, you know, Azog killed and Bolg showing up as, you know, I'm going to, you know, to think that orcs would even have that sense of their own ancestry.
Yeah.
Well,
Why would
that's the strangest
that's-
part to me, because Tolkien didn't want to touch on reproduction at all.
No.
And in the
No.
films,
He
they
purged
decided
his books of that.
it's all single fathers. He doesn't know what to do with that, giving someone a mother. And in the film, they kind of emulated that by having the Uruk-hai somehow be born out of the ground.
Pods. Yeah,
Don't
like
know-
pod people.
Don't know how that happened. Do they lay eggs?
Maybe.
Do orcs lay eggs?
We don't
Sell
know.
them at the
They
market.
crossed orcs with goblin men. Well, you know the goblin man is the male. So is the orc the female? Are all these orcs potentially female?
You know what? A slight commentary on eugenics, maybe. Maybe Peter Jackson's making a slight commentary on genetic tinkering. You know, we don't know.
Yeah.
Cloning, because it seems that Saruman was able to
Yeah.
breed orcs in these breeding pits
Uruk-hai
the
and
way that
stuff.
you would breed baby bees in hives. You just put them in these holes, and then they grow, and then they
come out.
birth out of these gross
Genetically
little holes.
engineered orcs.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, maybe. But I mean,
But to imply that Bolg has, this sense of inheritance and kinship with his ancestors, you have to bring in the females, and to be consistent with the rest of his films.
There is
That
none.
could be why he thought this is getting too complicated, and then if we open that door, everyone's gonna say, well, then where are they in Lord of the Rings? Where's any of this in Lord of the Rings? And the weird part to me is that it transfers over to the humans and the elves too, and the dwarves. But the dwarves at least kind of have an explanation for why they're so.
At least
dwarf
Dees
women.
is in the book.
And you know that Tolkien was not, he wasn't negative towards women at all. He very much revered women. The way he spoke about his wife was beautiful, with Beren and Luthien and all that. And I think that he just had trouble copying the Anglo-Saxon mold of storytelling, where women are very much not present except for in the hall, like Wealhtheow in Beowulf passing
Yes.
around the cup to Hrothgar's retainers.
Yes.
And I think in keeping with that, he struggled a little bit because, in a way, I feel like he wanted to tell a story with more women in it. That's why he made kids and their dads, and I don't know where your mamas are when she suffered and left. But he just, in the end, wasn't quite sure what to do with them or where to put them. And then you have Éowyn, who it's almost like he's got to the last book and is like, screw it, dude. I'm just letting her. I'm letting her actually be a character, and I'm giving her a role. And you know, you get in the discussion. Does that make up for the other ones? I don't know. I don't know if it has to make up for the other ones.
What do you think Tolkien would feel about 2 women writing the movies?
I don't know that Tolkien had any problem at all with female authorship, because many of his students and some of his best letters that he wrote were to female writers, female fans, who were interested in learning about the details of world building. Tolkien had a great relationship with female artists and writers, and you can see that in his published letters. So I don't imagine Professor Tolkien had a misogynist bone in his body at all. However, he was crafting an epic, as we know, along the familiar lines of the way these Northern European epics are traditionally crafted. And
in a lot of ways, Galadriel is there because she is the goddess. She is a representative of a supernatural, powerful being, and
she reminds me of Freya.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does remind me of Freya. Oh, goodness gracious.
So sorry.
Surprise!
405 killer.
Don't ever get on the 405 if you can help it. Come on in, come on in.
Come join us,
I
sir.
haven't paid for parking or nothing. I'm just
You haven't paid for parking or nothing? Well, don't worry, we'll get one of our boys.
Hello.
Hello, Alex.
Yes. Hello.
And
Kelly.
Yes,
Nice
this
to
is
meet
Roy
you.
Tolkien. Come, have a seat.
Come join us.
We
We shall make room for you.
We shall make room.
God.
And we shall widen the shot to have all... You know what? You're going to need a
So
bigger
good to
boat.
have you.
Oh, it's alright, yeah.
We're going to need a bigger couch. A bigger
I think
table.
we do. We're getting a little
Oh, that's fantastic.
cliff falling off a cliff.
I'm very excited to meet you two.
I know, I'm excited to meet you too.
We're not screaming right now, but
Oh my god. Well, maybe this will,
Oh, cool. Can I have this?
do it. Well,
Yeah?
Yes, of course. Totally.
I'll have them all.
It's great to see you again, my
Hello.
friend.
You're
Great
right.
to see you again. Crossing the
see you.
miles.
I know.
Globe-trotting, trend-setting, bon vivant, man about town. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Roy Tolkien. Yay!
Woo!
Yeah!
He's here.
A wizard is never
Very
late.
good.
He arrives precisely when he means to.
Is that it now? Done.
Well, see
Show's
you
over.
later. Alright guys, we're done.
It's-
We don't want him here.
It's spaghetti night. See you later.
Yep.
Bye. Show's over.
sounds really good actually.
It kind of does.
Let's get some spaghetti.
Okay, so you haven't parked or paid for your parking properly?
No.
Maybe this young man can help you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, hello.
That's Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt.
Right, Matt.
Matt, one of our very talented fellows behind the scenes.
I'm in Bay 24, and I'm so sorry.
Bay 24?
Yeah.
Yes. So, do you want
look.
some? Do you want some change or some?
Sure.
I haven't got any change. I've
Pull
got.
up behind the truck.
If there's room.
Okay.
I don't know if there's even room.
There was space earlier.
Yeah, if you smash it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's
go.
a rental.
Okay, we'll continue with the show.
It's a rental.
See, people
It's
in
a
Middle
little
Earth didn't have to deal with it.
blue
They just had their
thing.
horses.
Or eagles.
Thing in 24.
He actually
yeah.
rode an eagle here.
The license plate should be on that.
Oh,
Keeping.
right. Very good.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice to
what a
meet you.
disaster. Sorry.
That's what driving in
It's not a
LA
disaster.
is.
I've been down
Awesome.
at Venice Beach, like sweating, and I just rocked up here really fast, broke all the speed limits, killed a
didn't
few
get in
people.
trouble?
Okay.
Hey,
I
no cops
probably
found
have.
you.
Hey, guess what? Justin, everyone's asking you to reposition the camera because
We can scoot some more.
Royd's face is being blocked by the Badali logo, etc.
Good.
Hey, don't worry.
You should
Right,
be where
Justin.
I am. I should be
No,
on the
no.
edge.
We will fix that.
What was the Comic Con like?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was so much fun. Oh
Really?
my gosh, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Amazing and exhausting.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. How much did you sleep? Did you
Oh my gosh. How much?
Well-
How little?
How little? No, but I mean, we didn't sleep at all when we were
Yeah.
there.
Really?
You come back home and sleep for 48 hours straight.
Really?
Because the exhaustion level is phenomenal. Yeah.
Is that through boozing, partying and stuff, or just?
Not
More
even.
like just walking.
But I don't even
Really?
think we had
Yeah.
any, I don't think we had any alcohol the whole
I didn't
time,
have a
did we?
drop.
Just working at the show.
Because it's like the what is it? Five football
Five.
fields long? Yeah. So it's like you do that multiple
Wow.
times a day, and that's
That's
like you
good.
hardly eat.
Swear then. Oh my god. Can you swear on this?
Let's do it.
No.
Do you have a Twitter, Roy?
Sorry?
Do you have a Twitter?
does.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think it's just Roy Tolkien. I think. I don't know.
Here you go. Take a look at. I'll show you some little Vine videos, and you can see what Comic Con.
Yeah, we had a
looked
blast.
like.
It was crazy.
Comic Con was nuts.
We were volunteering over at the Weta booth a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was
Super
so
Richard
fun.
was there. I
yeah.
saw him just before he left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
He's
He
so
is, isn't he?
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
so
so
we had
awesome.
we had fun there. We were helping sell One Ring shirts.
What's this?
That's a Vine video.
They're
where I
6
was showing
seconds.
some clips of people.
all the
and
stuff in
things
Weta.
At the Weta
Oh
booth.
wow.
And then they had. Did you see the giant Azog statue they had up? Do you see any pictures of
No,
that? Oh,
no.
so cool. There's probably one in here, a picture
Yeah,
of
I'll
it.
show you. I'll
It was
show you.
like it was life size, so it was like you go down below and it's like, oh my god,
Really?
that was real. It's so scary.
Here you go. Weta.
There you go.
It was so busy at the Weta booth.
Oh, I bet.
Richard.
Roy Tolkien is actually here. Can you guys see him better? Yes, very good. Yeah, you can follow Royd at
Yeah, it was really
Roy
cool. There
Tolkien
should be. I
on
don't know how
Twitter.
to use this.
What's this? What is
Excellent.
this?
This
It's
website.
like,
Justin.
it's like
Very
Yeah, it's like a
6-second videos.
I don't
Oh,
really
okay.
It's a
understand, but
thing.
yeah,
It's a thing.
It's
it's a thing.
It's a new,
I didn't know
Where's
about it until a couple
Azog?
days ago.
Oh wait, that's it again.
It's a new social networking
I
app.
gotta see
for
Azog.
people who want to
Maybe he'll
post
be
funny
here.
videos.
Yeah, they had some super cool stuff. Oh, those were cool.
Oh.
Would you like a warg?
For me?
Yeah, keep
From
it.
who?
They were
Well,
donated
they were
to
donations.
us by
From us.
the Bridge Toys.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll have them all.
These
Yeah,
are these are
do
the ones
it.
that were up on the in display at Comic
The
Con.
Bridge Direct.
Oh wow.
We've got an Azog. He's lost though.
And then we helped them hawk toys at the end, so they gave us
Really?
Uh-huh.
a bunch of awards.
So now that you're here, tell
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You just got in off the train from New Zealand, yes?
I did, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How
Train.
was it?
The train that goes
The
under
train.
the water.
Unbelievable.
No, he actually swam here.
It's
Yeah.
the underwater train. They just built it. It
Oh
goes
my
under the
gosh.
Pacific, yes. So you just got off Hogwarts Express.
I did, yeah.
And
On
what's
Sunday.
happening in New Zealand?
Wow.
Just stuff.
A lot of stuff. You spent your birthday there, right?
I did, yeah.
How
Oh,
was
happy
it?
birthday, late.
I saw that
spent,
you're 66.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
You're looking good for
A day
66.
filming.
Yeah?
I went out and I got
Nice.
messed up at the Matterhorn.
Oh, great.
So it was
That's
the best
great.
day ever.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Great. Happy birthday, man.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
111 years old. Yes.
Yeah.
111 years old.
That little car moves.
Thank you so much. Thank
That's
you.
fantastic.
Thanks.
So,
Yeah.
I got some emails from some of the dwarf actors saying that there's only 2 days left of filming.
Yeah.
Oh my
Get done
gosh.
the last 2 days now.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. That's it. And then they're all done.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to play an extra? Were you able to do something fun?
Yeah.
How cool! Yeah,
Oh my
That's
gosh.
great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I can't say what though. I think. Probably. I don't know.
Secret.
I really don't know if I can.
What? Guess what? Yes, he is hot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is. Roy Tolkien is hot. Yes. Let it not be said for the first or last time here. And by the way,
Royd can't be 50.
Matt Musgrove
56.
was your,
He is not.
your brother separated at birth, Mr. Musgrove.
Twinsy.
Your
Show my
American
plaid
counterpart.
shirt.
Yeah, come on. What are you thinking?
How are we doing on time, guys? It's 6:23.
Let's just overrun.
Let's
Does it
Let's
matter?
do it.
Overrun. Let me say, what can you tell us, which is not very much,
Oh man.
but
Oh.
what can you tell
I've got
us?
pictures. No, I haven't.
You don't have pictures.
Did I even
we
say
can't
that?
see those.
No, I'm not going to show you.
No.
Definitely not.
The pictures don't exist. But,
We don't know what he's talking about.
First of all,
Yeah.
I was on the set. I
Yeah.
saw how hard they were working.
Yeah.
When they're winding down and
Mhm.
there's only one stage left, it must have been just one unit. Or did they have both
No, there
units
was
operating?
both. It was Main and Splinter. So
Yeah.
Christian was directing Splinter.
Oh.
And there was loads of stuff going on through
Because
there.
Andy wasn't able to be there for continued
That's right, yeah.
work. Okay.
Yeah.
He's working on the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, is he?
Oh yes, he was
That's
there
cool.
doing stuff at the Fox panel talking about it.
Ah.
Everybody was at the Comic-Con related to Lord of the Rings. Everyone was there related to other products.
I know.
Right.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Other shows, other stuff.
It was weird.
So, you know, we got to see Sean Astin, but we didn't get to see him.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Ian McKellen was there, but he was there for X-Men.
And Lee Pace was there for Marvel,
Lee Pace
right?
was there for another project.
Okay.
Everyone was there for other stuff. The only people presenting any Hobbit content was us.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And we had a lovely time. Alex and Kelly got to join us on their very first panel.
It was scary.
Oh,
yeah.
2,000 people.
2,000?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was great.
God.
So, are you still in another time zone?
Yeah, I was up till 5 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
So I've not really slept too much.
You're not ready
You
to
need
go
some
out drinking
coffee.
tonight.
That's okay, you're matching us.
Yeah, we can all be dead together.
We're all sleep deprived as well.
Well, the plan is for all of us to go see Pacific Rim tonight.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, you have?
Yeah, I saw it.
Good.
How is it?
Park Road.
Yeah?
Is it good?
Good stuff?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right. We've got a fox in the headlights. Blink, blink.
Go. No, it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, amazing effects.
We're so gonna support Del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro have done a good Hobbit?
That's a whole nother.
Oh.
Now, in case the chat room did not hear the question that our producer put forward.
That's to everybody.
Yeah, that's to everyone.
Do you think Del Toro would have made a good Hobbit?
Uh-oh, pressure's on you.
Let's start with me. I think Del Toro would have made a Hobbit that was very different in tone, very different in overall tone, and I think it would have been very energetic and interesting, and I guarantee you it would have stuck with 2 films. If Del Toro had done it, it would have been Hobbit 1 and 2. There would not be 3 in a row. That's my suspicion. And I think that it is more appropriate for Peter Jackson to fill his own shoes, because nobody wants to walk in the shoes after the Lord of the Rings trilogy did what it did. It's appropriate that Peter became the director. What do you think?
I think that, I mean, I trust Peter Jackson so much that I think that he would not have hired Guillermo if he didn't think that he would match him creatively. And I know he was still very hands-on with the process and stuff, so I think Guillermo's version would have been just as good, probably.
Yeah, different, but awesome.
Okay.
Maybe with a little bit more, I don't know, I want to say atmosphere, but I don't know if that's accurate,
like
what I'm trying to say.
I think it would have been darker.
Okay, that's
a little bit more
grim.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
rather than.
I think it would have been brilliant, but it just wouldn't have been the same.
Not as light.
Yeah, it would have been brilliant, sort of standalone. But I think we're dead lucky to have Peter doing it.
Yeah.
And just to continue it.
Yeah.
The chatters are all saying, definitely glad that PJ was doing it and not anyone else. Okay, another chatter says, Cliff, in the new production video, it looked like Gandalf and the other men were fighting orcs in Lake Town. Did you notice? Great question. Actually, there's a scene where Gandalf is in some kind of a fight, and that happens to be in Dol Guldur, where we know, because we saw this from teaser trailers from last year, before the 2 movies got split into 3, we saw, you know, Thrain, who's actually Thorin's one-eyed dad. Yeah, he does. He has one eye. I'm sorry, it sounds goofy,
Cyclops.
but Thrain has one eye.
Did have one eye.
Battle scars on his face. But Thrain is zombified and crazy and tortured and out of his marbles. And we see that as the only melee round that Gandalf was having. The other stuff that we saw is we saw some shots of Thranduil and Gandalf and Tauriel actually talking with each other in what appears to be the ruins of Dale. In the city of Dale and its ruins. And you've been on that beautiful set. You've been on that gorgeous location.
Lucky.
Such a location. Such a beautiful place.
Yes, unbelievable. It was the ruined, it wasn't when it was pretty.
Yeah,
it had been destroyed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, or what?
Oh, it's unbelievable. There's so many things I want to say. I can't though.
Talk about stuff related
Maybe
to the
in a
first
few
film.
years.
Talk about stuff
I want
related
to say
to
about
the
stuff that I've
first
seen, but no one's seen.
Guess what? Well, I don't know. But, well, we're all a quiver with anticipation, aren't we?
So excited.
Let's show Roy some beautiful books.
You can just point and say,
Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
if there's anything in there.
That's very, very good.
Okay.
These are so cool.
Wow. Is this brand new out?
That's
This
funny.
is the new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the newest
This one's the
one.
Oh,
newest.
okay.
This one's really cool.
Royd, you're a tease. Kelly Duck says you're a tease. Hi, Esme. Hello, Esme. Oh, and Moir says that you should sign it. Moir says you should autograph that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can't I
be
just keep
awesome.
it?
You know what? When we get home, I'm gonna have you autograph my annotated version of The Hobbit, if you would be so
Oh, that would be
kind.
so cool.
No.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Oh wait, where's Justin? I really want Justin to come back into the room, but we'll
Justin
save
vanished.
That.
He went to go find Jar Jar.
We'll say that. Oh, there's Clifton. Hey, Clifton, number 8. Hello, Clifton 8. So there's a Clifford and there's a Clifton. Hello to you, sir. Jenny. There's Grandine Gothy. Okay. Does Royd have the original Father Christmas books? Do you have any original Dr. Christmas books?
Sorry?
The fans in the chat are asking you if you have any original Dr. Christmas letters.
Father.
Yes, father. I mean father.
Oh,
I meant to say father. That's what I. Sorry.
It's okay,
the
we're all tired.
original letters.
Do you have any original Father Christmas?
No, they're
anything?
all in the Bodleian Library in Oxford.
In the Bodleian
Yeah,
Library.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
They've been locked away.
They have been safely ensconced. So the answer is no. He does not have those.
Oh, so cool.
I meant to say father.
I know, this
Yes,
is such a
yes,
cool
yes.
book.
Sorry about
God, it
that.
is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I get so confused by
Oh
the
my God,
Doctor
he has
Who.
freckles. Look at that.
Say doctor.
Everywhere. He's a redhead.
Royd, sorry to ask.
Yeah?
Wikipedia is messed up.
Yeah.
Michael was your grandfather, but
Yes.
who was your mother?
Joanna.
Joanna. Okay? Yeah, Wikipedia is often messed up because
Oh,
anybody
Jed.
on Earth can go into it
You know
and
Jed.
change it.
Yeah, I don't know him. But
So, usually it's
He's a
right.
really good guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does get messed
Yeah,
up.
New Zealander.
yeah.
Okay.
That's so cool.
So,
Mark.
Mark Hadlow. He seems like a
Oh,
kick.
such a laugh.
Is he hilarious?
Oh, God,
Thanks,
yeah, yeah.
Pete.
Oh my
That's funny.
gosh,
Dead
that's
funny.
awesome.
His daughter was on set.
Oh,
And
Okay,
he was just,
yeah.
How old
she
is
was like,
she?
oh, Dad. I think she's
all right. So
16,
Old
maybe.
enough to be
we're
embarrassed.
gonna keep the conversation in
Oh.
an engagement with the people.
So sorry.
Sorry.
What are we doing?
You should just be
They can't
here.
see your book and they don't hear what you're doing. Okay.
We're telling
Can you
secrets
talk
about dwarves.
The like Peter's diaries, or is that kind of
Secrets is.
Peter's
Yeah, Peter
diaries.
Jackson's. I mean, the diaries.
You mean video diaries?
yeah,
Video
behind-
production
Not his
diaries?
written
Oh. Oh, it's like,
Nice.
whoa.
We
They
all
would be
know that
cool.
We all know you've broken into Peter Jackson's house. And
Yeah,
read his
yeah.
Oh,
I've got
totally.
copies
Under the
of his
pillow?
diaries, yeah.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to need something like that.
I haven't seen the last one.
Well, I mean,
Or
they
is there
showed-
another
they
one
showed
coming?
Dale and they, I mean, no, I mean of didn't they show a lot of desolation footage?
In the last
The one
Oh,
with
no.
Ori's jazzercise?
Yeah. In the one.
Okay,
yeah.
that one was awesome.
Yeah. That's the only one recently that anyone has seen.
Were you on set with the barrel riding?
No. No.
I want to do that
I was-
so
I
bad.
know.
That's like one of my life goals.
Oh,
Yeah.
In
that'd
a
be so fun.
barrel that floats, because in real life a barrel would.
That's true.
But it
Yeah.
just looks so fun.
Yeah.
Barrel.
They should put it in an amusement park.
The barrel riding
Hey.
thing is going to be a crazy action sequence.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be so fundamentally different from the way it's written.
Oh, I'm glad. I think it'll be awesome.
It will be. It will be something else entirely.
Something else.
So, what do you think, Mr. Royd? Is there
Yeah?
anything that you can
Oh,
tell the
crap.
audience about anything? I mean,
God,
like something as
I
simple
know.
as I admire how hard they're working down there.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
that simple.
Like insane. That
Yeah,
the
you can
day
talk
I
in
had,
generalities, yeah?
the day I had on set was exhausting, and I wasn't wearing anywhere near the makeup or anything.
Yeah.
In fact, I wasn't wearing any makeup apart from a bit of dirt.
Really?
I'll give a clue
Hint,
away.
hint.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just gave away
Peter
your
Jackson
species.
didn't come to Comic-Con last week because he said he was working.
Yeah.
Really
Oh, he's flat
He
out.
said he
Yeah.
was working.
Insanely busy. Yeah. I mean, the really.
Why do you think he couldn't even take a couple days off?
That's a long
Oh, it's
flight.
full on. And with the end of the pickups coming in, they were just cramming so much in because everyone, like, I got there after Orlando, and I think Lee had left. Like, all the elves had basically left, all the principal elves, and there was just dwarves, and who else was there? I saw Luke Evans. Luke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there, but
Oh,
for like
great.
2 days.
Great. Okay.
So there was just, I mean, it's full on.
There's Adam Bell, I think.
Mhm.
Son?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He's going to play Bard's son,
Right.
who I think
Bane.
Bard's son is pronounced Bane.
Bane.
I think. B-A-I-N, not the other Bane.
This Bane can
B-A-I-N.
eat
What a
food.
lovely name.
Yeah, very good, Matt. Very good.
Did you come across Smaug, Benedict Cumberbatch?
Okay,
No,
now
no.
the audience cannot hear Justin's question, so it needs to be repeated. Question to Royd is, did you bump into Benedict Cumberbatch on set?
No, I got there. He flew in the weekend that I was there for a premiere of World's End, the Simon Pegg film.
Yeah.
And so I
which is
believe-
the follow-up to Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe he was doing the voice for Smaug over the weekend.
Yeah.
So he just would have been in doing ADR
Yeah.
or whatever voice capture.
You filmed all the Necromancer stuff already?
No idea. I
No
just
idea.
heard that he was doing that.
Here's an interesting thing. When you see that teaser trailer, watch again, because the head of the dragon comes around the corner. You saw it? And Bilbo is, trying to move out of the way as this giant dragon head comes around the corner. And if you look really closely, you can see that the digital animators bothered to get the lips and the tongue to move and flick just a little bit. This is most interesting to me because this creature has to be capable of human speech. And there has to be movement and mouth patterns that will fit the speech. One of the main reasons why we may not hear the eagles talking or the spiders talking is because you can't animate that in a realistic way. However, Guardians of Middle-earth video game, which is a hell of a lot of fun, the Guardians of Middle-earth video game has the eagles talking and talking and talking and talking. But
Right.
just in an animated video game, you can easily get a bird's beak to move with almost humanoid recreation of human mouth
And War in
movements.
the
Right.
North.
And War North. But look, the dragon being able to speak with the elocution that Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah.
is going to bring.
Yeah.
That is one of their biggest headaches, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm very pleased to see that the animators are already giving us a tiny taste of that. Just in that teaser, you see his tongue move in his mouth, and you see his lips flicker just a little bit.
He's got the mouth for it.
He's got the mouth for talking, and that boy's gonna talk.
Smaug's gonna talk.
That Smaug's gonna talk.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Two
Smaug.
of you have been on
Gonna
set
talk.
during the original trilogy and this trilogy. Is there any difference?
It's true.
What was happening then? And how they're
Okay,
filming now?
the question outside the view, and the question that you guys can't hear is, both of us, meaning Royd and myself, have been on the location, in the sets, during filming of the original trilogy, and now The Hobbit as well. Is there any big differences between 11 years ago and now?
No.
I didn't notice, except
Yeah.
they built a nice new gorgeous soundstage.
Yeah.
They've got huge facilities that
Yeah.
they reconstructed at Stone Street Studios, but that's the only big difference.
Technology,
Technology
prosthetics.
difference.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Prosthetics are,
Yeah.
are better
Yeah.
because everything's evolved a little bit more, but a lot of the same people are still there
yeah.
working on
Okay.
it, the crew.
What if they have pickups in between the second and the third film? What if they shoot any additional pickups next summer? Ladies, you're gonna go down and visit?
Let's go.
Yeah?
That'd be awesome.
I'll be an
You're gonna go down and
extra.
visit? Okay. Why don't we all make a, let's go have a picnic in New Zealand. All
Picnic!
four of us.
Boom!
Picnic right
Done.
now.
Next summer,
On it.
next summer, which
go.
will be next winter in New Zealand. Next summer, if they do any additional pickups in between Desolation of Smaug and There and Back Again, we're gonna go down there and just,
Let's do it.
invade.
Mm.
Let's just invade.
Invasion!
Let's invade Wellington, shall we? That'll be very fun.
Just wander around and hope
Okay.
we get noticed.
Be like,
Okay.
hey.
Asked
All right.
to be an extra.
The United Kingdom folks are staying up very, very late at this hour.
Oh,
Do you
bless
have any
them.
last-minute questions? Okay. Luna wants to know who Royd thinks will take over. Oh, question.
Oh.
Who do you think will take over the literary legacy after Christopher Tolkien? That is a strange question that you may not be wanting to. You don't have.
No,
to,
it would more than likely be his son Adam.
Christopher's son Adam.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's involved anyway,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
so it's more than likely would be Adam
Oh, that's an interesting. That's a name I've never heard before. Christopher Tolkien was only married once. Yes.
twice.
Twice. Okay. So this is his eldest
His-
son.
No, his second son.
Second son.
He's
Okay.
my age,
Okay.
which is in the 20s.
Okay. Which is in the 20s.
Right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Funny. This guy's funny. Roy, I love you, man.
Oh,
I
I've
love
missed you.
I've missed you too, fellow.
Yeah.
You're a very funny lad.
Is there more motion capture going on this than there was previous? Because there were a lot more like orcs and stuff with prosthetics.
Yeah.
The old trilogy. Now they're all digital heads.
No, not all of them.
I was gonna say, I thought there was a lot that were still prosthetic.
His name is not
Yeah.
Roy. It's Royd with a D.
Might have been a typo.
Royd with a D on the end. There you go.
Yeah.
We have a group of fans who are mannering themselves after Lieutenant Gothmog. Actually, there's one fan. Her name is Lieutenant Gothmog, and
Okay.
she's in charge of the battering ram and the armies attacking Minas Tirith in the third film, Return of the King.
Okay.
Do you remember the name of that battering ram? It has a name from the book.
Isn't it Grog or something? Or
Grond.
Grond.
That's it.
Grog.
That's it.
You got it.
Hey, not bad.
You got it. Come on.
You got one out of it.
Yeah, test me.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Dude. Now, I wasn't trying to test you, but you know, the fans just want to hear a good, funny, orcish Grond.
Grond. Grond.
Grond.
Grond.
Grond.
Grond.
All four.
Grond.
That's how they say it.
All four of you chanted.
Okay,
When?
on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Grond!
There you go.
Oh, harmonies
And that's
as
it.
well.
Very good. You guys are very well entertained. Easily entertained. But what about your world of production? Are you doing any news or announcements from projects that you're putting forward?
I am doing something.
Yeah. Would you like to talk about it?
I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
more secrets.
Again.
God bless
More secrets.
America!
I bring secrets.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the bringer of
Oh.
secrets.
Okay, so there's stuff you'd like to talk about but cannot.
Yeah, no, I definitely will.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
do you recommend people follow your Twitter feed for future details?
Yeah.
Yes, future
Yeah.
details.
It'll be happening in a few, 2 or 3 months.
Okay, that's exciting.
That is
good to
cool.
hear. Good to hear. So,
Yeah.
all right. Another thing. Moving on to the last time we had a great interview with you, Mr.
Aye.
Tolkien. You elicited a promise from Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
That he would
I
read-
remember that
Oh
promise.
my
No way.
And he has elicited a promise from Justin, who has not.
I've got
Look,
good aim.
Face to face.
I hit you in the heart, man.
With your
You are
death,
turning
your
down
broken
a Tolkien.
promises.
You promised
you
me.
would read
You
the
shook
book.
my hand and promised.
But the movies aren't all
Jep-
out yet.
Oh, what logic is this?
I can still
I
see
am-
it before the third movie
I am-
comes out.
He
deeply
says he's
upset.
waiting for the third movie to
You're
come
gonna make
out.
him cry.
I don't want to spoil the movies.
Oh! Spoil the
You hear him.
movies.
75-year-old book.
But what everyone argues about is all the changes Peter Jackson's making. You're gonna be surprised no matter what.
The
Justin,
movies are going to
exactly.
be so different by the
Justin,
time you finish.
You
Mate.
got 4 people up here. 5. Go read the book.
Terrible.
Start.
No, don't even ask him. He promised last
Yeah.
time. He
Let's
promised
just not
me.
talk to him.
No matter what he says now.
No.
The
You
two
know-
most
well, you know
memorable
why.
movie moments in my life were seeing Jurassic Park and seeing the 2 towers completely fresh, not knowing anything about the story, and that opening scene, the 2 towers, and then Gandalf coming back. 2 towers.
That
blew
doesn't
my
make a
mind.
difference.
I want to
Whatever.
repeat that.
Whatever.
Okay.
We've all read it before
Hey,
we saw it.
promise is a promise, mate.
No, listen. The truth is that he actually can't read.
Can't he read?
No.
That's
You could get like
great.
an audio book.
That's
couldn't you?
great. You guys are great. You guys are so funny.
Justin can't read.
Can't read. We've gotten him to admit it before, but now he's getting embarrassed.
He's embarrassed.
Look at
I'll,
what the,
I'll read it to you.
Look at what the chat is saying. Okay.
You better not turn that down. It might take a month.
I appreciate going into something unspoiled, you know, but part of the joy of seeing The
Is
Great
seeing
Gatsby
how they do it.
was seeing what The Great Gatsby was,
Oh, it was a fun movie.
re-envisioned by Mr. Boz Luhrmann. Even though I was so familiar with the book,
Did you see
I
that
want to
movie?
see
No.
the same
good.
the same rule applies. You want to see your favorite book re-envisioned by another artist who brings a whole new approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens are giving us Hobbit 2.0. It will not be what you read in the book.
No.
So-
It is so.
Idiot.
Oh, come
So-
on. Don't idiot.
Back down.
You might be throwing
I'm
something else at
so
you.
upset.
That's right, Katya. Katya, we got Royd. Royd got Justin to promise last
Calling
time.
me out online.
Completely.
Calling him out online.
That's what you get.
I just love movies better.
Royd,
Yeah.
there are too many Michaels in your family tree. I'm so confused. Tell them to stop it.
Stop it.
Tell them to stop this.
No more.
Thank you, Button Lady. That's funny. Button Lady said, "Stop the
Yeah,
Michaels."
she made those buttons somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's
My
cute.
my son came down to set as well.
Oh my
Story.
gosh.
Say again, what?
My son's Story came down to set, down to New Zealand.
He did?
That's
First time
so
ever to
fun.
New Zealand.
Oh, that's
Loves it. Moving back there.
Really?
Yeah, he's moving back
Oh gosh.
within the month.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what happens. You move to New Zealand, you fall in love.
Yeah,
And
completely.
Justin has appropriately warned you both. When you go down there,
Oh, you
you'll
won't-
move.
you
Oh,
won't
that's
leave.
what I'm
You'll-
terrified. I know.
you'll
As soon
love
as I
it.
get there, I'm
You'll
gonna
love
be
it.
like, I'm not
It's
leaving.
the most gorgeousness on earth.
Oh, I want to go.
And
Everybody
you'll
I
love
know
it. You'll love it.
that
You'll
moved
love
to
it.
New Zealand came back with a spouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or other sordid tales.
Let's
But
Yeah.
hey, how about that?
go.
Okay, Ustreamer 508938.
Justin, liar.
He's not.
All caps too.
He's not a
Violent.
liar. He's just a little bit behind the curve. I'm going to give him the benefit of the
I
doubt.
just want to
He's a
be
little bit behind the
surprised by
curve.
the second movie. The third movie, I'll have read it by then.
Okay.
We don't believe
Oh.
Give me
you.
that.
Pinky promise. You better pinky promise this time.
Means nothing.
Swear
No,
to the
he
precious.
doesn't.
Can I swear in the
You
swear?
swore
I have a
on a
precious.
handshake with Roy Tolkien.
Yeah.
Isn't that enough?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna
I wanted
swear
to
on the
be
precious.
surprised.
That's
I
so
was
funny.
surprised, and I read it. Ugh,
Okay, look.
some people.
I'm very excited. How old is your boy?
18.
19?
18.
18. Oh, that's the age to move down to New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he gonna go to school there?
Now he's done with
He's
that.
all done with school?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He's all done.
I didn't know if he wants to continue in his education. There's some great schools down
No, he wants to explore New Zealand.
there. Uh-huh. Oh, so he's gonna go backpacking and just run around.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. He's got a couple of job offers over there.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Good for
that's-
him.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
nice.
I'm so jealous.
I know.
I'm like,
Jobs.
yeah.
That's jobs, Justin. There's jobs.
Jobs.
There's jobs out there in New Zealand.
Good job, though.
Yeah.
New Zealand has recovered from its own recession that it never had. Or, I don't know, maybe it did. But
Did you just come from New Zealand right now?
Yeah.
You
The
just
earthquake?
got off the
Were you
Yeah.
there when the earthquake?
I was there on the at the I think it was 5:10 and it was like a 6.9.
Holy.
that was
No,
a,
6.9
that was
on the
a-
Richter
a
scale.
big shake.
It was
I-
a huge one, yeah.
My report said it was 5.75.
That
in
was a
Wellington.
couple of days before.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
scary. You were there for it?
Yeah, it was
Oh my
mental.
God.
I was in a 7.
Oh, really?
So I know how scary it is.
It was really, it was just weird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We were on this ridge. It just shook everything. The whole house was going
Did anyone
crazy.
get hurt?
Not that I know of. A few like cracked pavements
Yeah.
and whatnot, and things
Few
falling
cracked
off.
pavements?
Yeah,
But
but
no specific damage to the sets. And no delays to the scheduling.
I wouldn't have thought so. No, because it was on a Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah, there was no shooting going on there.
Well, I sent a Twitter message to Adam Brown and Graham McTavish and said, I hope you boys are doing all right down there. And I didn't hear a reply. That means they're busy on set. That
Right.
means they're busy under 4 hours of dwarf makeup trying to do their
Just
job.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Jed Brophy and Mr. Graham McTavish and the lovely Adam Brown would have replied by now if there was anything significant. So
Yeah.
good on you, mate, and keep working. You guys are getting down to the last 2 days, and then
I can't believe
that's it.
that.
That's it. Unless,
No.
That's
unless by
crazy.
some freaky chance there might be other pickup shots next year.
That would be good. We can
You
have our
never know.
picnic.
You never know.
Mm.
You never know.
Picnic packed.
You know what? Russell has invited you to Matamata.
It's true.
Oh,
Weta has invited
God.
you to Wellington. You guys have an
Oh, I
open
wanna
invitation
go.
to explore Middle Earth in its realness, in its physical realness.
I'll never come back.
No, you won't.
I won't.
You won't.
I won't.
Stay there with the sun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's do.
Ooh.
Let's do. Before we close the show, we must do the Bilbo and Gandalf dialogue. Can you promise that I'll
Huh?
come back?
Who's
Are
taking
you looking
over?
at me?
Who's taking
Oh,
over,
Alex,
man?
go on.
Do you want to do the Gandalf line, or do you want me to do the Gandalf line? You do the Martin Freeman line.
Okay, I'm gonna mess it up.
Okay.
My brain is so dead.
That's okay. But you know the line, don't you? Yeah.
I don't know about
Can
that.
you promise I'll come back? Go ahead. Just say, can you promise I'll come back?
Am I Gandalf?
No, you're Martin.
You're
A
Martin.
comedy. Something for
I can be
everyone.
Gandalf.
A comedy tonight.
Says, can you promise to come back? And it says no.
Can you promise I'll come back?
Oh my god, you sound just like him. You do it.
Yeah, you do it. Real loud, Matt. Can you do it?
Can you promise I'll come back?
No. And if you do,
You would not be the same.
thank you.
Ah!
Thank you. There you go.
No.
Thanks. Oh, that-
I played Gandalf
Now
once.
she comes roaring back to life and steps on my line. There you go. Thanks, Alex. Love it.
Hey, I was like
Love it.
10 when I first played Gandalf, so you know what?
It's okay. That's all right. I love you. All right, Roy.
Yeah.
All right, we have the lovely ladies here. Anything you want to ask them about their Hobbitception experience?
Hobbitception.
Because they went viral. All of a sudden, they were on the Today Show. They were thrust into the spotlight of
like
crazy media attention.
on the Today Show.
No. They just wrote about it.
They wrote about it, but I mean, the story made other.
It was like
levels
on
of media
Huffington
that
Post and like the
crazy.
craziest
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
It
Wall
was.
Street Journal.
Yeah.
Wall Street
It was
Journal.
intense.
I don't know what it was doing there, but
I don't know.
You just heard about it then? Like someone had sent you a message saying, "Oh
Yeah,
my
'cause
god!"
it was like that night because we put it up and like we filmed it just like on a whim because it's like I don't even know who would want to watch this, so we just put it up and like thought 5 people would want to watch it. And then I think it was that night one of our friends texted us and was like, "Hey, you guys' video's famous." We hadn't gone on the computer again.
Yeah.
And then
he texted me that, and then I turned on the computer, and then someone messaged me going, "Oh, Peter Jackson shared your video."
and we're like,
like,
what?
So cool.
I remember I was brushing my teeth and I'm like, are you kidding me?
But we spoke with Richard a
Yeah.
couple days ago, and he said it spread like wildfire.
It's like, I wish
all
you were
over
in Wellington for
all
this.
over Wellington. He said you couldn't go anywhere without hearing people talk about it. You go into a cafe, and everyone says, "Have you seen the video yet? Have you seen the video yet?" So,
It was crazy.
Wacky and
That's
wonderful.
really cool.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
It was so awesome though.
Strange days indeed. Wonderful
Yeah.
strange.
Huh?
Good on Peter.
I know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
we
what a
cannot thank him
sport.
enough.
Yeah. He's
That made us
brilliant at doing
so
stuff
happy.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of the point that you've heard me say before. Very few other creatives in the big movie business have that kind of an outreach
Yeah.
or even care to
Yeah.
outreach
Dude, Peter's
to
awesome.
fans
Yeah.
at the grassroots level. And you can name a big list of other major filmmakers that are up there at that A list with Peter Jackson. They don't reach out to their fans this way.
No.
Yeah.
Not like Peter
That's
does.
what's so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Impressive.
So impressive.
it's so exciting for us to know that to have, the people who work on it look at it and see just how excited their audience is for all their hard work and what they're doing.
And to make like, especially with like the Happy Elves one with the actors, like I was just so happy to be like, you're smiling because of us. That is so cool that I made you smile. Like, even just being an idiot.
Justin, I think they've all lost video. Have you guys all lost video?
They don't need to see it.
So I guess it's a good time to wrap up.
I wasn't going to
What's
come
that?
down today.
Yeah.
No, because he just said, "Oh, come down." I was like, "Oh, I can't be arsed."
Yeah.
He said that you guys were. I'm like, on it.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's
for
hilarious.
Okay, is everyone
That's
leaving
funny.
too? Okay.
Everyone's ditching us.
Well, there's nothing to look at then.
Okay, so it's off the air. Are we off the air?
No, we're still going. So
We're on Ustream.
Everyone's saying they're off the air.
Okay.
so say goodbye.
Well, if you guys are watching, then you're watching us on Ustream. If it's not showing up on TheOneRing.net/live, we'll do some jiggery-pokery to have it available next week. Now, we're going to wrap it up. Quick last question, Justin. Will we have this show today archived on our YouTube channel?
Know.
We're going to try. We don't know if it will be archived, but we will definitely try. All right. Thank you, everybody. Yay, it's working. Oh, I see again. Everyone says I see. So now we'll do a proper sign-off. Let's go down and we'll begin at the left and come down this way. Everybody want to say their good nights to the audience?
Good night. Sleep well.
They're all saying
have a
thank
nice
you,
day.
Thank you.
Night. I can't. What am I looking at?
Yeah, you're looking
Oh,
They
at
okay.
work for a
right
tiny
now.
bit. What do they say?
Right now. No, that's not what they're saying, is it?
Bye,
right now?
thank you. Oh, there we go. Take care, Roy.
Take care, Roy. Oh, Hobbity lass.
We love
I
you.
love you. Bye,
Roy.
Roy. Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us. You are a very wonderful audience. And any goodbyes, any farewells?
Thank you
Alex?
guys for coming.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for supporting TheOneRing.net and Happy Hobbit.
And all through Comic-Con too. I hope you guys
Buy
had
your book.
fun.
And check out this wonderful
Check
book.
out her book, man.
Oh,
Darkly.
hold on a
Okay,
second
rewind.
there.
You gotta check this out.
What's going on here?
Back in business.
You know what? I think I'm
Brought
gonna...
any copies with you?
No, it's
It's
only
an
ebook
ebook.
right now.
No, point your phone to that. You can buy it right now. This. That will let you buy it instantly on your phone.
It's a
Really?
really good
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't
do
know
it.
how you do that.
I don't know
I've got,
either.
I've got
Do you
a
have-
British phone.
You have a British phone? Then that's okay. I'll do it on my phone.
I have no idea.
Okay, and ladies and
Oh, I'll
gentlemen
keep hold
of
of
jury,
that. When I get home, I'm going home in 2 weeks.
Do it.
come to
Yeah?
come
Do
to-
it.
Come,
just do
come
that.
check us out at
Yeah,
at
but I only just learned how.
that please bring that forward. Bring that forward.
That'll just crim it in
Yes.
there.
Somehow
Thank
I'll
you.
get
Doesn't
it.
work.
It'll make it work eventually.
come to shop.TheOneRing.net. This is your last chance to get these beautiful signed Tariel posters.
There it is.
They're so beautiful. Get one.
They're going to be they're autographed
Oh, yeah.
by David, the original artist, and we're going to
Giving
have
you all sorts of good.
yeah, and the Happy Hobbits will sign 50 of them. We've only got a limited supply. We have excellent exclusive T-shirts. So go to shop.TheOneRing.
What is that?
And thank you very much for supporting
Is
us.
it?
Oh,
It's so
oh,
It's
brilliant.
Miss Tariel.
Who
Look,
did that?
see?
She's like Rosie the Riveter.
Who did this?
This
so
classic
David Powell from
World War II design.
the
Yeah.
Dolly
Rosie
Jewelry
Riveter.
did that.
A very
that
talented
great?
artist.
That's
Yeah.
really good, that is.
At the bottom end?
And we have buttons for sale. Buy buttons. Are the buttons for sale on
Wonderful
the
five
shop
items.
as well,
I love that.
or just the
picture.
shirts?
Everything.
Yeah, the posters and the buttons and the T-shirts are all on sale. Shop.TheOneRing.net. Love you guys.
Okay.
Excellent show.
Thank
Good
you for
night,
coming.
everyone.
Goodbye. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Adios.
Marie.
Good- Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Namarie.
Marie.
Bye, y'all.
Can Roy sign the posters? And I'll get.